I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While other sweater style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who be caught up in using what I was scarred with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, I'll cast it like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be, what's good? Welcome to the Knicks Morning Drive. I'm your man's Uncle Freezy, the #1 chief rocker in Knicks universe. Bringing the noise this morning. What's good? Before we get started, let me do this. Blue tears. Orange tears. Orange tears. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. How about we throw your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care? And if you got some loot and a stick of juicy fruit, somebody say, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Scream. What's today? What is today? Today is Wednesday. Is hump day. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. For a lot of y'all work week is halfway over. What? Y'all work week is just about halfway over. And the Knicks have a game tonight. Thank you, Ms. Mocha. You're welcome. Ms. Mocha just reminded me, it's Wednesday, fool. The game is at such and such time. It's on here. Okay, all right, Miss Producer Extraordinaire. I appreciate you. Let's go. Let's go. I'm excited about these Knicks, and I think you should be too. But before we get too excited, let's do this. Before we get too excited, let's do this. Before we get too excited, where's my document at? I had a doc up here that I want to. All right. I'm waiting for a doc to come up. It disappeared. Yo, while I'm waiting on my show notes to show up again, what I want to do is invite everybody to check out Vibes and Stuff Live weekday mornings from 8 to 9 with your host Chuck Allen and myself for the tag along. Check out Vibes and Stuff in the morning, man. It's pure something. So this is what I say to those that should feel energetic about these Knicks. Right? I'm excited about these Knicks. And I'm excited about a young player, right? And it may not be who you expect, but I'm gonna get into it in a few. But this is what I feel like about these Knicks. To quote the great American poet, Melly Mel, a child is born with no state of mind, blind to the ways of mankind. God is smiling on you, but he's frowning too, because only God knows, Knicks fans, what you'll go through. You'll grow in the ghetto, living second rate, and your eyes will sing a song of deep hate. The place that you play, MSG, and where you stay, the Garden, looks like one great big alleyway. Give it up for the great American poet, Melly Mel. Melly Mel, if you're watching, come join the video panel. Right? And so I have a one more quote, or maybe two more. I have a quote, man, from the great American poet, Grand Poobah. Right? Because in times like these, you need motivation. Grand Poobah says, now a lot of people think that this right here that Uncle Freezy is doing is as easy as it looks. Books and books of rhyme, concepts, and hooks. Session to session to get thoughts manifested. Stressing and stressing to hit you guys, my family that I love, with a blessing. And I do love y'all, and I do want to bless you with gems. Shout out to Karen Fong. Karen Fong is in the building. What's good, Karen Fong? T. Williams. Fabulous Phil is in the building. Troy Flett. What is good? Kaiser Saucy. The usual suspect is in the building. Bodega Wi-Fi. The general is in the building. What's good? Osu Duke is in the building. Osu Duke. What's good? Jerry Fitz, I see you. KBL is in the building. What's good? What's good? Thomas Shepard. What's good? What's good? Troy Flett in here. I see you. Sincere the Genius. What's good? Hewlett Samuel holding it down. What's good? I see y'all. Pudge Nice. D Nice 77. What's good? I see y'all. Jeremy Nussbaum is in the building. Okay. All right. All right. I see y'all. The original DSJ is in the building. What's good? Crazy Eyes. There was a song. Hall & Oates. Crazy Eyes. They watching you. Crazy Eyes. They're watching you. What'd you say? Okay, I'm wrong. It's Private Eyes. Okay, whatever. I can be wrong and admit that I'm wrong. Rich Boy, what's good? What's good? I see y'all. Yo, people like, yo, you be shouting out everybody in the world. Well, you know what? Everybody in the world need a shout out now. Take that. E. Gibson is in the building. What's good? D is balling. D is balling. What's good? Jack City is in the building. Mr. Vince. What's good? I see you. Joe Dino. What's good? I see you. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Let me get to the tip-off. All right. Tip-off starts with a T. Tip starts with a T. Is it capitalized? Where is tip-off? Tip-off. 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 Tip off. Did I capitalize the whole word? Tip off. Miles McBride needs minutes. Miles McBride needs NBA minutes. Am I saying he's the point guard of the right now? No. Hell no. Miles McBride is not the point guard of right now. Can he be in the point guard of the future mix? Yes. Should he be in the point guard of the future mix? Yes. A part of the conversation. Clearly, the organization. So the organization doesn't feel like this kid is ready. And I agree. Right? I agree. He is not ready to be the full-time starting point guard of the New York Knicks. And if you're mad by that assumption, you should channel your anger into something else. Because being frustrated that there is no point guard means that you should rush a point guard into that point guard spot and maybe ruin him when all you have to do is be patient. I know Knicks fans are saying, well, what do we have to lose? Alec Burks is getting 99 minutes a game. I know, and it's frustrating to me too. Right? I don't think Alec Burks should be getting 99 minutes a game. And this is hyperbole. You know what I'm saying? I understand. But what I am getting at is the Knicks need a point guard in the present. Miles McBride is not the point guard of the present. Can he be in that mix? Should he get point guard minutes? Yes. Should he be the starter? 30 minutes a game at point guard? No. Hell no. He ain't ready. He ain't ready. Right? Is Quickly ready? No. Quickly ain't ready. Quickly, right at this point, doesn't look like a real NBA point guard. All right. Let me do this. Let me throw this thing in the chat because I am going to start a beef with D Poetic if he shows up. If D Poetic is here, I'm going to start a beef with D Poetic, and it's a friendly beef, man. It's a friendly beef, right? Right. I'm going to start a friendly tete-a-tete with D Poetic about a point that he made. While I do believe it's a valid point, I just don't like it. Right? D977 says Burks has no business playing point guard, period. I think I agree. I agree. Pudge Nice says vegan beef. Wow. That's hilarious. Vegan beef. Yo, look who it is. Straight off of his trip to Tripoli, Knicks for Life is in the building. Oh, I'm sorry. I got it confused. That's Knicks for Life. I thought that was Sergeant Knicks. Yo, Knicks for Life, fresh off of a dope show on Vibes and stuff. What's good? Chuck Allen, what's good? What's good? Karen Fung says, Freezy, I will be there tomorrow on the panel since I will host a club soon for my school. Word. Be there or be square. Bim. Jerry Fitz says Randle is too good. He has to get back in his lane. Stop trying to do it all, but he can't do some heavy lifting. Right. I agree. Julius Randle is a very, very, very good NBA player, but I think he's playing out of his role. Julius Randle is not an alpha number one guy. And plus, I think the organization put a bug in his ear and it destroyed the Knicks. Right? I think the organization destroyed Julius Randle.
Beefy Freeze.
What's good, boss?
What's good?
So there is no such thing as vegan beef.
Well, they try, but it really doesn't make sense once you break it down.
Yeah, I saw some Impossible stuff.
Yeah,
it's not quite good.
Yeah. They got these companies where they claim that it's from like plants and stuff like that, but then when you find out that the companies are owned by Bill Gates and that dude from Whole Foods, and they run like some like GMO plant product company, it's a bunch of nonsense.
It's a bunch of it's still a cash grab. It's a money grab. Yeah, and so Johnny Davis is going to be a draft bust.
He's going to be a draft bust?
Yes.
What makes you think that, bud?
Because the thing is I respect y'all's opinion, right?
Yeah, no doubt.
Well, I will even go as far as to use with what a lot of what you guys say as fact. Some of that stuff I don't even fact check, right? And I fact check a lot. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes y'all say stuff, I'm like, nah, this dude's a good source. You know what I'm saying? If I'm wrong, I'm willing to put my wrongness or correctness, whichever, on this guy's reputation, because for the most part, most of the time, this dude is accurate.
Yeah.
However,
oh, you saw the game yesterday. Oh, okay. I knew you were going to do that. Little do you know that I know your chess moves already.
I just believe that not only is this guy going to fall deep in the draft, I think he's probably going to fall outside of the top 10. Easy, maybe somewhere around 15, maybe. I think the dude is not going to be the player that people think he.
So what did you see last night that led you to believe that?
So it wasn't last night. So I had this on my mind for yesterday. I just couldn't do a show yesterday.
Gotcha.
Right. So whatever happened last night, I didn't see it.
Okay.
However, what does bother me is his freshman season.
Okay.
Right? What bothers me is in all the big teenage events where all the young up-and-comers go, this dude was a non-factor. Not even on the radar.
So you worried about last year, not this year?
No, I'm not worried. I know he's going to be a bust.
No, but I'm saying that what I'm trying to say is that you're supplying this take based on last year and not this year?
No. Because flowers bloom in the season that they are ready to bloom, right? And so if he didn't bloom last year, whatever. But what I'm saying is I don't think he has the NBA talent to be the guy to be a top 5 pick.
Wow, that's crazy.
I know, especially when the hype train is about to run off the rails with him. Right?
Okay.
People have legit said, I don't know. I might take him over Jaden Ivey. What do you a dude told me I would take Johnny Davis over Ben Mathurin.
Yeah, I told you that.
And now what? Oh, you might so you're the second person. Now you may have been the first person, but I heard it twice.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. You have to understand that last night and the game before, they have run a wall on Johnny, and he's seeing about 2 to 3 guys every possession, and the guy's still giving you 19 points, bro.
Right.
And making the right reads, and he forces his shot a little bit because he's figuring it out.
Right.
But I mean, did you see him split the defense yesterday and finish on 2 guys?
No, I didn't see anything from yesterday, to be honest.
You gotta do that. Ivy, he has like the best ceiling, right? Because of his elite explosiveness, right? And his elite ability to be so effective in transition. But just like Johnny Davis, just like Ben Mathurin, Ivy has a lot to work on as well. And I had suggested he should go 2 weeks with John Morant in the summer, and he should learn his in-between game, because it's pretty non-existent at the moment, even when he had a couple of shots yesterday. And the reason why he was a little bit productive yesterday was because his jump shot, I think he shot 2 of 5 or 2 of 6 from 3. So, yeah. But, and I agree with him. I mean, if Mathurin is available, you take him. Absolutely.
Right. I would say this to the Davis thing. I just don't, and hear me out, y'all, before we take things out of context. Before CWC jump in here and start talking about Tom Thibodeau rotations, what I want to say is to just hear me out on it, right? So the fact that this kid burst onto the scene, right, is alarming to me, because when he played against other kids, even the mystery man, Shaden Sharp.
Yeah, Shady on Sharp.
Yeah, he murdered this group of kids, and he may not even enter this. He should.
All consensus is that he's going to be in the draft.
Right, and the thing about it is this with him, he could either be the number 1 pick next year, or top 3 next year, or a top 5, top 7 pick this season.
Yeah.
Right. And it's all about which do you prefer? Do you are you a top 7 pick this year with 1 year of NBA experience, or do you actually play for Kentucky and be a top 4 pick next year, top 3 pick next year?
Yeah.
If I'm the kid, if I'm advising this kid, I'm telling him to enter this year's draft, because this draft class is weaker. Plus, you get a year of experience. Plus, most of the teams that are in contention need a guy like him. So it's not like it's not like you go to it's not like the Orlando Magic have their shooting guard of the future. Right? It's not like the Oklahoma City Thunder have their shooting guard of the future. Right? It's not like your New York Knicks have their shooting guard of the future, right? So next year you don't know what the case will be. So I would advise him to come out in this year's draft.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. He's tricky because we haven't seen him, and it's one thing seeing somebody in the NBA 100 with the high school guys and him dusting them, right? Let's say, for example, right? It's another thing him playing a full season,
right,
in a good division where his team is more, because if he was on Kentucky, there would be a top 5, top 10 team that would see a lot of top 25 guys, and it's better to assess that way. So just keep in mind that when you are looking for that, right, you're going straight on projection, right, and it's a swing, right. So I said that's why I brought up his name, because I said if Mathurin is taken, if Davis is taken, if Ivey's taken, I take a swing on that, because even if he's a bust, it's a good swing because he does have, you know, elite potential, especially as a 3-level scorer. So
right. And then against his groupings, regardless of age, whether it's U14, U16, U18, you saw him dominate his age group.
Yeah.
Right. You saw him dominate his age group. So it's not like he doesn't advance from the levels, because usually what happens in U14, you have one guy that's probably more mature than everybody else, and he dominates U14. And then at age U16, when everybody starts growing into their body, then you have another dude that's showing, you know, upper level skills. And then at U18, you have men, right, with skills, the body, the athleticism, the experience, all those things from all the years of playing basketball put together. And the dude in that group, you could say, hey, he's either ready to play in the NBA right now, or after this 1 year of college, he can be a top 3 pick. Right?
Yeah.
Look at RJ Barrett is the case study for that. Yeah. Right? But Davis, however, doesn't have, he's got a, and I don't want to say small sample size, because he's doing this over the course of a season. This is months now.
Yeah.
This is not like he got hot 1 month and all of a sudden the world fell in love with him, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This is a dude that has been doing this all season and showed it early, right? Yeah. My only thing, though, is how come we hadn't seen these in those U16 events, those U18 events? You know what I'm saying? The dude was a great player. He's a great player. But if he's a top 5 pick, I don't think he'll live up to the top 5 hype.
I mean, here's the thing of your example. Like, I'll show you a perfect example, right? Josh Jackson, right? When he was coming out of high school, I thought he was going to be like the next big thing, right? And then he went to Kansas, right? Yep. And Bill Self used him in a way that he was never utilized, ever.
A defensive stopper? What?
Or a guy just like sitting on the corner. They would run like some weird, I'm not a Bill Self fan personally, but they would run some weird action with him. And it just, I saw this guy on the high school level splitting the defense in his sleep. And I'm like, why wouldn't you put him in more scenarios like that? So that U16, 17 thing don't mean much to me, because first of all, you got to keep in mind these kids are young. I'll show you another example. What's his name? That's with Memphis this year. Imani Bates. See, Imani Bates in high school this year, forget about it. He would have been like top 3.
Right.
But in Memphis, he's struggling. Because he has to get adapted and he has to learn, you know, and that's why I'm all for bringing the guys out to Europe and having them play with grown men for a couple years. I think they'll be way better prepared for the NBA than this little college, little boobity-boo stuff. But I look, I get it with Davis, and I get where you guys are coming from. Jaden Ivey, sexy. Ben Mathurin, sexy. I get it. Jaden, Johnny, not as sexy. Have elite athleticism, right? And he doesn't have elite explosiveness, but he still gets wherever the hell he wants to get. Right. And I think that's something very valuable. He's shooting 50-something% from mid-range this season, bro.
Right.
And he's like almost an 80% free throw shooter.
And he plays in a basketball conference. Right? So he plays in a basketball conference. And these teams recruit basketball players, right?
Yeah.
So I get what you're saying there, right?
Let me have one more defense for him. McConnell from Rutgers is probably the best on-ball defender in college basketball. He's one of them. Right. And Johnny still had 19. So that's without elite athleticism. That's without elite, a dynamic, explosive first step. He just gets where he gets. And he's a really underrated passer. Guys don't give him enough credit.
And defender.
For his passing ability. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he has a good nose for the ball. He's a good rebounder. He's averaging 8.5 rebounds at 6'5" with a plus wingspan.
Right.
I think it's hard to pass up, bro.
All right, so let me say this about Jaden Ivey, right?
Okay.
Because the Davis thing, I may be wrong, and it's still early.
Okay.
And we can change. I'm always saying, I always say, you can change your stance if you get new information.
Of course.
You
change with the truth.
Right. You'd be an idiot not to. You know what I'm saying? So the thing about Jaden Ivey is somebody gave me a Dennis Smith Jr. comparison to Jaden Ivey. Right?
Oh, that's terrible.
I know. I know. But here's the thing. So my man was like, yo, that cat is going to be Dennis Smith Jr. I guarantee it.
Wow.
And I laughed because I'm like, dog, why do y'all always, no matter who these top guys are, some people are going to bash them. Excuse me. Some people are going to bash them. You know what I'm saying? Just because bashing is in fashion. Right? Paris Duggar, what's good? I see you out there. Sherwin M, what's good? He said, hey, so okay, Sherwin M stole my point. Sherwin M stole my point. So my man, he's a Lakers fan, right? I was like, so what y'all gonna do with the number one pick? The only thing about it is, if the Lakers get finished in the top 10, their pick goes to New Orleans, right? But he was like, yo, we ain't gonna take Jaden Ivey. All he is Dennis Smith Jr. All he is Russell Westbrook. And I was like, no. His point is, do you see him being crafty enough to go by NBA defenders at will like he does in college?
I think he's explosive enough. That's why I told him he should go to a John Morant for 2 weeks and learn this in-between game.
What happens if he can't get to the basket? Right? That's to your point, though, about the John Morant thing.
Yeah.
Right? What happens if he can't get to the basket? Is he gonna be able to shoot the three to keep a defense honest?
He's streaky at best. He has games where he shoots well, and he has games where he just does not shoot well. He's very streaky with his three right now, and his jump shot as a whole, because the only jump shot he really takes is a three.
Yeah, and the thing is, to the Russell Westbrook, Dennis Smith Jr. comparison is, these dudes can't shoot because they never were forced to. Right? My man said they were never forced to shoot because they could always go by whoever.
Right.
And what happens when they get to the league and all of a sudden they're being guarded by Quentin Grimes or Miles McBride and they can't get to the rim?
Yeah.
Are they going to start now shooting threes over Quentin Grimes? Well, that plays right into the Knicks' hands.
Right. Yeah, I hear you. What you have to understand is that we can literally critique every single player on the planet Earth in this way. So it becomes a matter of, like, does the pros outweigh the cons?
Right.
You see? And, like Chet Holmgren, for example, people, he's too skinny. He's going to get bruised around in the league.
Yeah.
Many rookies do. But if you ever see Chet play, Chet has the gift.
Yeah.
Chet is the most crazy thing I've seen in that position of what he does since Kevin Durant.
My drawback to for him is not his size. Because because most rookies don't enter the NBA with functional NBA strength, right? You rarely see it. You see it with the draft 3 years ago. Zion, Ja, RJ. Zion stronger than most players in the NBA, right? Period. Ja, not so much so. So you see the pendulum swing all the way one way for Zion, all the way the other way for Ja. and then all the way the other way for RJ, who's stronger than most guards at his position. Right. So the thing with him with Chet is that don't concern me. What does concern me is the lack of foot speed. Right. Not saying that at power forward / center, because I don't think he's not going to play center in the NBA right away. Nobody is going to put him at center right away, even though the rim protection thing is a real thing with Chet. I mean, I'm sorry, not rim protection, the shot blocking. The shot blocking thing is a real thing with Chet.
Yeah.
I don't know if the rim protection thing is a real thing right away.
Well, you see, and it's funny you mentioned that because I thought OKC would be a great fit for him because I want him playing the center.
Okay.
I don't want him at the power forward.
Because he's an offensive mismatch on the other side, right?
Not even that. If you watch Chet has a certain toughness about him and grit about him that a lot of guys at that type of size and stature don't have, that skinniness and stuff of that nature, or like that type of game. So that tells me that he's willing to accept the challenge. He's willing to take the beatings in order for him to be the best player he could be. That's what it tells me, at least. And so I have that's why if he goes to Detroit, see, they have Isaiah Stewart, for example, or they're bringing a center. It'll put Chet the power forward. So I have a problem with that. You see, with Orlando, if Orlando picks him up, you have Wendell Carter Jr. and if they keep Mo Bamba, stuff like that, I just feel like I want to exclusively put him at the center. And I want him to learn early what the NBA feels like at the center position. Right. And I think he'll acclimate very well to it.
Right. No, no doubt. I like Chet.
Yeah.
Right. But what I want Chet for is 15 years. I want 15 years of Chet at peak performance. Right. Does that mean Chet at center right away? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Chet at power forward? I don't know.
Because let me show you an example.
Okay.
Let me show you an example. Would you agree that it was better to have RJ with the ball in his hands in year 1 as opposed to year 3?
Yes.
Okay, good. You just made my point.
Right.
He would have acclimated a lot better. So now in year 3, he would have been making reads that he's not able to make now because he hasn't played with the ball enough.
Right.
You see? And of course he has a ball usage, but I mean, like, he hasn't had the ball in the spots and where he has it now. Like, for example, me and Duke were talking yesterday, and I told him, like, for example, when they run the pistol, you see now RJ gets the dribble handoff as opposed to him getting it on the corner of the pistol action. So that stuff matters. And I'm saying year 1 of that. So if for Chet, I'd rather have him year 1 getting bumped and bruised and thrown all around like a rag doll. So then year 2, he's ready.
Right. No, I feel you. So let me throw this link in the chat real quick. Just for Sam. Sam, I see you. Just give me a second.
But yeah, so all these guys have as far as Ivy being a straight line, I don't know about that. I mean, in transition, of course, because he's so fast, but he's got wiggle to his game. Like, he put Johnny Davis almost on the floor yesterday, bro. Like, so I don't know, man. Whatever. But the point is,
the thing is with Ivy, I don't have concerns as much about Ivy. It's the reason why I spoke about Johnny Davis first. Right? Because Jaden Ivey can, in my opinion, go into the right organization, he can burst on the scene and be a 22-point a game scorer, in my opinion.
Okay.
From the door. To the right team, right? And I don't mean just an up and down transition team. I mean a team that is willing to trust him with the ball right away. And has young wing players that can develop with him right away.
Yeah, run with him.
Right. Then I could see him be the next great NBA star right away, just out the gate, right?
Yeah.
If Jaden Ivey goes to the Knicks, depending on who the coach is,
Yeah.
I can see him in a minutes rotation struggle, trying to find his game, trying to be a complete player, losing confidence in certain things, and then by year 3, maybe being that guy, but not out the gate.
Yeah.
If Tibbs is here,
oh man, don't do it. But and I always said this about Jaden, and I noticed like when you watch the Purdue games, if you watch them, you'll hear this resonate in your head. Give him the ball and get the hell out of the way, because he just makes things happen. You know what I'm saying?
Not going to allow him to do that.
You see, and that's why he may not be a good fit.
Right.
Now, do you take him based on? Yeah, I guess you could do that, but you've seen we've done that before, and we don't have. How do I say this? We don't have a plan of development in mind for young guys to go through your scenario and what you're saying.
Right. Mm.
It took 3 years to put the ball in RJ's hand.
Yeah.
And that was out of necessity. That wasn't a plan.
Right. I got you. I'm gonna bring Sam in real quick. Where is Sam? There you go, Sam. Hey Sam, what's good, man?
It's good, Sam. All right. What's good with you, bro?
Hey man, I'm chilling. I'm just getting into my my business season mode as far as these prospects and just seeing their fit.
How do you feel about Freezy saying that Johnny Davis is not a top 10 pick?
Freezy, you know how to try to get my blood pressure up, early. I can't fall for it this time. Johnny Davis, he's a top 6 guy in my
Bust.
Opinion.
Okay. A bust.
Before it's crazy because you're saying that before he even gets picked. He didn't even get picked.
Bust.
Yet. Wow.
Bust, bro.
What makes you say that though?
It's because the definition of bust doesn't so when you're a bust, it doesn't mean that you're not a quality NBA player. What it means is you got picked at a position and a certain expectation, and you don't produce for instance, Kwame Brown was the number 1 pick in the draft.
Right.
He was a quality NBA player, but the production bro,
Gotcha.
He was picked in between Kenyon Martin and Yao Ming.
Yeah.
Kenyon Martin was drafted number 1 in 2000. Yao Ming drafted number 1 in 2002. LeBron James drafted number 1 in 2003. Dwight Howard drafted number 1 in 2004. Right, and in between those years, you draft Kenyon Martin. Draft Kwame Brown. Right. So the production you expect is Hall of Fame, basically. If you go by Kenyon Martin, maybe not a Hall of Famer, but definitely a great NBA player when healthy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
How about Gallinari? Is Gallinari a bust?
Yeah, is Gallinari a bust?
No.
So you don't think that Johnny Davis can produce at a rate of Danilo Gallinari?
Gallinari was picked 8th.
He was 6th.
Yeah, Gallinari was earlier.
Yes, he was.
Okay. All right. Okay.
We took him early. We were like, who the heck is this guy? Because he was another foreigner that we didn't really know much on.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I think quality when I think Danilo Gallinari. I think 14 points a game, 7 rebounds, and a 3-pointer. That's what I think when I see Gallinari.
Yeah,
especially early. This Johnny Davis kid though, I don't think he's going 6. I think AJ Griffin's going 6.
Oh no.
I think Davis. I keep forgetting. Let me pull up Tankathon.
Hey, you know what though, Freezy? If that does happen and he falls to us because of that, then that's great for us.
Oh, absolutely. Freezy, and I'm not doing this to like put you on the spot or anything. Like I'm being really serious. Like, how many times have you seen Johnny play this year?
Live?
Yeah, live in front of you, and you get a real response at that moment.
No, I hadn't seen him play live.
Didn't they just beat Purdue too, by the way?
Yeah, they just beat Purdue.
Yeah.
Guys still had 16, 17 points, and they built a wall around them.
Yeah, man, that was a pretty good win for them.
Mm-hmm. So how many times have you seen him play on replay?
Oh, a bunch of times. I even watch highlights, bro. I want to make sure I was sharp for this. So there are some things that I like about him.
Yeah,
I think he's stronger than what we anticipate, like physical strength.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's. So here's the thing, and chat, don't overreact. Overreact if you want to. I don't care.
No, they're gonna overreact.
But he gives me these RJ Barrett vibes, right? Not because they look alike or play similar styles. It's just like their will and determination.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like a will and determination thing about him that you just don't see in a Cam Reddish. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like this kid, but how far can will and determination take you?
To the mountaintop.
Yeah, okay. I'm
as any championship team.
Right. And so I was thinking about this yesterday. Like, what if this kid Davis had Cam Reddish's skills with his heart?
Oh, Cam would be a top 35, 40 player of the league.
Easy, right? Easy. Right? What if this Davis kid could what if he had the body of a Kevin Knox? Right? With that will and determination. What if he was 6'8", 6'9", 215, strong as a bull?
He would be top 2, top 3.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I don't doubt. So don't get it twisted. Like so I'm not saying that this kid accidentally jumped on the scene.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying is it's odd that he burst on the scene as late as he did. That's what I'm saying.
But so did Jaden Ivey.
Yeah, some of these guys busted on the scene late. Like Chet was the only one, really. Him and Chet Holmgren was the only one who people were saying like that would go number 1, 2, like from the jump.
But Ivey was more of a Donovan Mitchell. Like you knew who this kid was, and you knew the raw ability was there, right? It's just, can this kid put it all together? Like he had all the tools, right?
Ben Mathurin is a sophomore.
Yeah, I was about to say
Freezy.
Right.
What does that mean? Okay. It might actually mean that it was actually good because they took a little bit more time to develop their games.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Because nobody was talking about Ben Mathurin before the season.
I know what it is, Freezy. He ain't sexy, bro. He's not jumping out the gym.
That's what they want.
He doesn't have this burst elite speed. I get it, bro. I get it. And I'm not gonna hate you for it. I get where you're coming from. But as you know my motto.
Maybe it's his name. Maybe because he's got an old school name.
I got an old school name.
Huh?
Hey, they call me Johnny Davis.
Yeah.
Old school name for it. I still got something.
Yeah, I mean, I feel you. I feel you, right? What I would say is with the Johnny Davis thing, man, is this. Do we really? Okay, would you take, if the Knicks had the number 5 pick, would you take Johnny Davis?
I would take him, and I would not think twice about it at 5 or 6.
Me either.
At 5 or 6, I'm not going to think twice about it. I'm sorry.
What?
Yes.
Over Ben Mathurin?
Yes.
Yes.
I was going to take him over Ben Mathurin anyway.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you know what the difference is. But look, I know he's sexy. I get it. I get the athleticism. right? I get it. I get the explosive first step. I get the pure shooting, right? I get it. But the problem with Ben at this point in time that Johnny doesn't have a problem with is shot creation. Johnny can get whatever shot he wants. Ben struggles with that. But I love Ben, though. If Johnny's off the board, Ben is my next grab. Without a doubt.
Over Sharp.
Yeah, because we haven't seen Sharp. As Sharp is a swing. Ben, I know, will work out in 2 years.
Yeah. Sharp is the guy they want. Like, they're projecting the Knicks to get Sharp now. But that's if we stay at, like, the pick that we're possibly supposed to get, which is 8 or 9. But
Right.
I wouldn't take him right there.
Yeah, so we're in a 3-way tie right now at 25, 35, whatever our record is. We're trash. Whatever. We're tied with like Portland and somebody else.
Right.
And so we're tied in a 3-way tie. I'm sure that's going to change
Yeah,
tonight.
it's a 3-way tie for.
It's going to get worse. Don't worry about it. So that's a good thing.
A 3-way tie for pick 8.
Think about it, Freezy. And this roster, right? What is our main issue with it? Besides defense? Defense is a whole other case. But I'm talking about offensively. Like, what is our main issue?
Lack of talent.
Or I agree with that too. But I was going to say, I think our biggest issue is that we have guys that can't really get their own shots.
Right. That's by design.
What do you mean?
That's by design. You don't draft a Quentin Grimes knowing that he can't create his own shot. You draft a Quentin Grimes because he gives you the 3 potential and the D potential to go with Julius Randle.
I see what you mean now. What I'm saying is that if that's by design, that's one of the dumbest designs I've ever seen in my life. Because any team on the planet needs somebody that can create their own shot. And we're dire of that. Last year, right, when we lost against Atlanta, first thing I said, you guys said point guard, small forward. I said we need guys that can get their own shots and make for themselves and others. That's what we need. I don't care what he is. I don't care if he's a center, power forward, Slovenian,
don't matter, right?
Green. I don't care as long as he could do that.
Right.
And you see, we didn't do it, and we're struggling this year.
Right.
Julius Randle cannot get his own shot. He can get his own step back, which he's inconsistent on. But he can't get his own shot.
Step back or the fadeaway behind the backboard.
Right.
Yeah.
RJ gets left very well, but he can't really get his own shot. Like, you can't just ISO Barrett and know, okay, Barrett's going to get a good shot here.
When RJ Barrett starts going right at will, RJ Barrett to be a 26 per game, 26 points per game scorer.
Hey.
And knocks down the free throws. It knocks
down the free throw. Yeah,
it could be 30 low key, like 28. If he knocks down the free throws.
And if he just had a couple of moves to get into a mid range, oh god, it would be so much easier for him.
Right.
So, yeah, you know,
and not just a dribble pull up, because you mean a package, right?
What do you mean?
Like you said, if he could get a couple of moves in the mid range,
right?
Yeah.
And so right now he has a dribble pull up, right? But we're speaking to a variety of complex moves that he can use.
Correct. Package. Correct.
Which I think he will. Like, he can definitely develop that, especially this offseason. I see him doing that, getting in his bag with the right hand moves, mid range. Yeah. Obviously, he's not the elite guy for mid range as DeMar DeRozan. We know that's not going to happen overnight. But just a couple of moves like we're suggesting, I think would be really good for him going into next season.
Yeah. And just to be more efficient, I think that would really help him. You know, but the point is that we don't have a guy. So that's my problem. If we keep this roster, right, and then we pick up a Ben Mathurin, you see, we're going to see things and it's going to wow us. So we're going to be amazed, right? And then that fourth quarter is going to come. Defense is going to clamp down. And nobody can get their own shot. Because he's struggling with that on a college level. Right. Imagine at a pro level. So.
Yeah, we don't want to be victimized again in the playoffs.
All right. So I have a thing that I wanted to speak with everyone about, right? And I know once the chat opens up, not everybody, but a lot of people are going to want to talk about Tibbs should be fired, and Tom Thibodeau was stubborn, and his rotations suck. And I don't want to talk about that.
Mm.
You know what I want to talk about? I want to speak to how Leon Rose has created a counter culture of fraternization.
Okay.
Right? Last year, I don't know if you remember, but RJ Barrett threw a lob to Kevin Knox on a break. Kevin Knox deflected a pass, right? Passed it to RJ, right? RJ got on the break, passed it to Knox. Knox got the pass, threw the lob to RJ, right? RJ finished. RJ threw the lob to Knox. Knox finished, and these two young fellas were high-fiving and chest bumping on the way back down the court.
Mm.
Right? Last year, RJ Barrett threw a lob to Obi Toppin, and before Obi dunked, RJ Barrett, and this is documented, it's on film. I had the picture somewhere. RJ Barrett was jumping in the air celebrating before Obi Toppin finished. Right? I had it somewhere. I think I used it on a show. I think I used it for a thumbnail or something. Right? But you have seen the joy and the fraternization, because people think fraternization is a bad thing, right? But it's not really. When you with your homeboys and you having a good time, so what? Have a good time, right? Have a good time. But what you've seen is over the course of time, I think I'm blaming Leon Rose. Leon Rose is slowly let the air out of the balloon for corporate cronyism. Right? Like Leon Rose don't even, hey Sam, when's the last time you heard Leon Rose say, hey, we love these guys are good, or something complimentary towards the roster?
Never heard it.
What I'm saying is
I mean, we haven't heard anything though.
We haven't heard anything actually.
Right. So when's the last time you heard Tom Thibodeau overtly, over the top, heap praise on any one player?
You got crickets on that one. Unless it was last season and he was talking about Randle, you got crickets for me on this season.
And so what I'm getting at is I think I think Leon Rose is trying to be like the adult in the room. Like, y'all boys don't play too much. Y'all boys play around too much. This is business. You know what I'm saying? I think it's some of that going on, right? I think it's a we have a serious task at hand. We need to get down to business. Right? I honestly don't even see players on the court, even in situations. For instance, I think they're stealing the joy out of the team. And I think you're seeing it manifest itself on the court.
Right.
So I don't know how to express I can express what I'm feeling, but I don't know if I can choose the right words to highlight what it is that I'm trying to say to everybody. But it looks like to me that the Knicks culture that they're looking to instill is business first, everything else last. Right? Because you don't see, give you an example. Right? Give you an example. Theo Pinson was here last year, and there were a lot of celebrating and things every time the Knicks did something good.
Right.
First person to go this offseason was Theo Pinson.
Okay.
And when Theo Pinson was free this summer, you never heard a word about Theo Pinson coming back. Right? There was no Theo Pinson played for the Bucks, the Celtics, and a bunch of other teams, and the Knicks didn't even so much as give him a look. Right? And so what I'm getting at is I just don't think the Knicks are having fun, and it's getting to a point where I'm starting to think that some of these cats are starting not to even like each other.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I know that seems petty, like Uncle Freezy is reaching in a down season and blah, blah, blah. Nah.
Mm-hmm.
I was on Twitter. RJ Barrett scored 46 points against somebody, the Heat, right? And I'm looking on things on Twitter like NBA players, and RJ Barrett is getting more love from players outside the organization than he is from the Knicks.
Mm.
The Knicks PR was like, RJ Barrett's the second youngest player to do such and such and such. But no congratulatory balloons and stuff like they used to do last year.
Yeah, you got Jimmy Butler saying he should be the face
right
of the team and stuff like that.
right. But what about Knicks PR? What did they say?
I don't even watch them, to be honest.
No, right? I see your point, Freeze. Definitely.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So Paris Douglas says, "Hey, we're losing," but listen, bro. Listen, check this out. Morale goes a long way, bro. Morale goes a long way, right? When times get tough, if you keep your troops' morale up, they'll keep fighting. But when the morale gets low, they'll give up, man. And I think that's where we are.
Yeah.
For instance, when's the last time when somebody on the Knicks gets a dunk? Or what if something bad happened? What if something bad happened? What if somebody flagrant foul Obi? Do you think these dudes are going to come to Obi defense?
We've seen it doesn't happen. Look, I have the film too. When Quentin Grimes went down, right? Yo, nobody helped him, yo. Obi came later. So this man was screaming in pain, and the whole team was just like if he was there, the whole team was like here.
What?
Like that.
What
yeah.
happened?
Okay, so the game that Quentin Grimes hurt his knee, right?
Okay.
Right. If you watch it, right, you'll notice that when Quentin Grimes goes down, it's like a whole minute goes by, like a minute and a half goes by, and nobody attended Quentin Grimes, bro. And I'm talking about after the dead ball.
Man,
and then Obi came. Yo, I watch the game, and then Obi came later. And, it was kind of like a delayed reaction type of thing. And then Evan Fournier came, and then they called the timeout. Then they stopped the game, and then, right. So that's to your point.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, I'm big on these team things because those are the first things I implement when I was coaching. Like, we would always have each other's back. We would do team drills together. We would do team exercises together. Everybody would get each other off the floor. Everybody will always support. Like that, I was big on that. I don't care if guys didn't like each other.
Okay, so I never saw that.
Yeah, peep that. That was against. It had to have been against Miami, so it was Friday.
Miami.
Yeah.
All right, so I want to get back to that, but Paris Duggar, thank you for your generous contribution. Paris Duggar says, because we are losing. Come on, we lost. No, I'm not saying, and listen, Paris Duggar, listen to me. This is not because we are losing, right? Or the morale is not low because we are losing. I'm saying we are losing because our morale is low. That's what I'm saying. Right? And I know the morale is low because I saw a Mitchell Robinson tweet. He like, man, you can run up the floor 48 minutes and not touch the ball. Who do that?
That don't make them wrong.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm not gonna lie, like for this team, like it's understandable that the morale's low. Like, look at what we're seeing. I can't expect these guys to have a high morale.
Right.
Now, my thing to you, Freezy, is that because you gave all the credit to this to Leon Rose and saying that he's the conductor of the culture, right?
Right.
Do you think it's just him by himself though? He ain't that powerful. You're making this guy sound like Kingpin from Punisher, man.
Yeah, I think he is Kingpin from Punisher, bro.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. The more I think about this, man, because how do you get so ice cold and corporate all of a sudden? D, listen, and chat, y'all check me out. 19, 20, 21-year-olds are not ice cold calculated in corporate, right? Mm-hmm. They are not. Remember, these are men that were just kids 4 or 5 years ago. These dudes are not 30 and been in middle management for 3 or 4 years, right? These are, and I know they're not kids, but they're closer to being kids than you are, right? You know what I'm saying? These are, how do you not, the Grimes thing I had no idea about, right? And the more I think about it, the more it's disgusting me on the inside. But I don't want to say anything about it because I just, I would rather think about it some before, I'm speak about it. But man,
yeah, right.
So if the kid, and y'all know, I've been calling Grimes a ham sandwich, right? But listen, but the thing is, if my man is hurt, thriving in pain on the court. Don't tell me this happened at home. Please say this happened on the road and the team was distracted. This couldn't have happened in the Garden, right? If this
it did. Oh, okay. You were asking. I thought you were being rhetorical. Yeah, it did happen at the Garden.
I thought he was being rhetorical too. That's why I didn't say anything.
Right.
Man, see, yeah, man. This is, man. Listen. This is what I'm saying is you're starting to.
I just wish they could have had the camera on Tibbs to see what his reaction was.
He's probably like ISO.
Yeah,
crashes on the floor. Yeah. But like I'll tell you like this first. I'm not going to disagree with you that Leon Rose has set a precedent of an attitude and a culture, but your coach does too.
Right.
So, my stance. It's collective.
Right.
Everybody has their hand in this.
See, this is frustrating because unlike the Johnny Davis thing, on this I was hoping that I was wrong. On this, right? On this right here, I was hoping that I was wrong. I was hoping that I could get somebody to talk me off the ledge. But what you've noticed. Okay, so I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm put back because of the Grimes thing. I didn't see that.
Yeah,
I ain't even gonna lie.
I can send you the video if you want.
Yeah, he was
you ain't got to do that. But it's just my first time hearing it. Is what I'm getting at.
Yeah,
I don't think it's not like I'm not saying that I don't trust you. It's just when you hear something like that, man, you would think otherwise, man. You would think when the ship is going down, your team would pull together. Yeah. Clearly, they are pulling apart.
Yeah.
Right. Because you have this issue with Mitch feeling like players are not sharing the ball, and he's right.
Yep.
And then you have this issue with Grimes going down. Man, see, the thing with Grimes is not even basketball. That's just being human.
That's just being having a good personality and just having a heart, really.
That's about caring for the people that you work with.
Yeah.
Right.
I remember when my teammates, players, even guys that developed, sometimes they would get little injuries during the workouts and stuff like that. Always check on them, see if they're okay. Go ahead, sit with them. Okay, it was good. What, you need a hospital? You know what I'm saying? We can go ahead and get some ice. You want us to call your mother? You know what I'm saying? Like there has to be a certain attentiveness.
Right.
And when you see it for yourself, it was completely absent and was very foretelling.
He was down by himself really for at least a good 2 minutes until the Knicks medical training staff came to him. That was pretty much the only people that really went over to Grimes to see what was up.
Well, Obi went there first,
Yeah,
but
no, no,
it took him like a whole minute and a
you see
half
what I mean?
almost.
So the medical and the training were really the first on the scene for real.
Right.
Came, but that was about it.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. That see, the whole Grimes thing is unfortunate, man. Because at the end of the day, I believe Quentin Grimes is a really good person, a good kid.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Right. Do I believe he's going to be the next Michael Jordan? Y'all know my stance on that. Right. Do I think he's going to be a good NBA player? Yes.
You got him as the next BJ Armstrong.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, you know,
That's
but yeah, man, I think the dude's going to be a good NBA player. But bro, even if he was going to be a bad NBA player, you know what I'm saying, for him to go down with an injury and people are you know, robotic in a sense.
Yeah.
Then yeah, see, that's not a good thing, you know, for any organization.
You know where that heartlessness is coming from, though, right? You know who that stems from.
Leon Rose.
No, him and your boy.
Yeah, both.
Yeah, there you go.
Both. But the thing is with Tom Thibodeau, and former players say it all the time. They're like, yo, he is one way on the court, even the practice floor, but away from live basketball, he's a pussycat. Right? That's what Julius Randle said it during the offseason. I mean, during what do you call it? The preseason. He said in the preseason 2 or 3 times. Right? And so I can understand that. Like, if you're just intense when it comes to certain stuff, then I can get it. And then you know, away from it, you're a different type person. I get it. Because that's how some people are successful. When they're in the moment, right? When they're in the moment, they are driven to be a certain thing, and sometimes it gives off a certain type of vibe. I dig it. I've been around people like that, right? I've been around people, you know what I'm saying?
You got to know how to flip the switch, yeah, but like in that moment, he kind of should have flipped the switch.
Right.
As soon as somebody goes down, you got to flip the switch. Like, you can be in competitive, game mode, but like somebody goes down, you got to be like, dang, is he good? Like, what's up?
Right. No doubt. So Paris Duggar, thank you for your generous contribution. Paris Duggar says, if guys were jiving after a loss, you would kill them. No, that's not what we.
I'm saying, like, I mean, but if you're losing, I mean, we're not supposed to critique.
Right. And so
we're not supposed to have an analysis and break down what went wrong and how it went wrong and where they could improve and are they improving in that. I'm confused, bro.
Yeah, I got D'Angelo, and I'm gonna bring D'Angelo in real quick. D'Angelo, what's good?
Good morning, guys. What's going on?
Hey,
what's good, man?
Hey, Freezy, I ain't gonna lie. It seems like I said the other day, Paris Duggar, he wants you in that phone booth.
Me?
He's not letting you. You know, you're not getting away from this, Freezy. Whatever you said that ticked him off a few days ago, he's letting you hear it.
Me?
Yeah, Paris Duggar ain't having it, man.
Okay, okay.
Hey, I'm trolling though. I'm trolling. I'm just saying.
No, man, you're right. He's been sending money and just to get after everything you say.
He wants to get at Freezy.
Well, maybe I need to say more controversial stuff. Maybe I need to say his name wrong. Hey, Parish Bugger.
Oh,
I think he hears you more clearly with the new mic. I think that's what it is.
Yeah. And the thing is, the reason why this thought came to me is because I was but let me say this, D'Angelo, did you know I used to call you D'Angelo Ashia?
No.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he likes that one.
Yeah, I used to call you D'Angelo
what?
when you were before you were in the chat because
I don't know what it means. Does it mean something? The second half of that part of that. Does it mean I'm like an ass or something? I don't know.
No.
Oh, all right.
It was before you were on the video chat. So I go back and watch old shows, right?
Yeah.
And so before you were in the video chat, I think what it was is I think he spelled the name out without spaces.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And so instead of me calling you D'Angelo is here,
Yeah,
I was saying
that's right.
D'Angelo Ashia. And it didn't
You
dawn
did,
on
and
me.
you apologize for it. You told me until I put the space.
Yeah, my bad, man.
That's
My
okay.
bad.
It's cool. It's all forgotten. I didn't even think you brought it up again. Now I'm mad. No, I'm teasing.
Oh, God dog it.
What's
So
up, Kendall?
good.
What's good morning, everybody?
What's up, Kendall?
Yeah, so Kendall, you coming in here if you coming in here to defend Tibbs, bro?
Absolutely not.
You might have a better.
Absolutely not.
I'm just saying, man. This culture thing. See now, I'm on the verge of being pissed, man. Because how do you not help
that
Grimes up? Yeah,
that Grimes
man.
really got you, huh?
Yeah, man. That's not for real.
What did you
say,
say, Freezy? I missed the first half of the show. What did you say?
No, I was telling Freezy because Freezy was bringing up the point of that how Leon Rose has like implemented a certain culture in this team of like not caring, not being there for one another, right? Am I right, Freezy? In your assessment, right?
Basketball first, like business first,
right?
As opposed to making friends and all that stuff and enjoying.
Right. So I brought up to him on Friday night, and I knew everybody missed it, right? And I had it detailed. I took the video and everything. When Quentin Grimes got hurt, and this is not during the game, because don't forget, they continued the possession until it was the dead ball, right? But even after the dead ball, nobody attended Quentin Grimes for over a minute.
Yeah, wow. I didn't even realize that.
I didn't notice that either.
No, because they had the camera on him, and they showed him just laying there in pain, like yelling. They had the yelling out, obviously, but he was just yelling on the ground.
Right. And then Obi came later, and then I think Evan came, and then the medical staff came and stuff like that. But it literally took like a whole minute, almost a minute and a half.
No love there.
Yeah,
it's almost like when there's a fight and then nobody could come on the court.
Yeah,
they get suspended.
It's like, dang, you're just gonna let me get jumped, like, man.
Yeah,
right.
I'll tell you one thing. I know who'd be the first person there if they were still on the team. Theo Pinson. He would have been the first person there.
Yeah,
that's why we brought him up, because Pinson, he ride or die.
Yep.
Pinson would have called the ambulance and everything.
Mm-hmm.
He would have gone to a well card. He would have sent his mama some flowers.
He would have called the ambulance.
He probably did. He probably, if he could do the surgery, if he needed it, he probably did the surgery.
Yeah. And some. Hey, and you know what? And the thing is, sometimes some fines are worth it, right? Some fines are worth it. You gonna fine me for go helping my man? Listen, you gonna okay? So me and D Poetic, you know what I'm saying? Go down the street to buy a vegan hot dog, right? We go to the vegan hot dog truck. This is just an example. And three dudes, walk in between us and bump D Poetic, right? And D like, yo. And these three dudes is like, what? And then I'm gonna be like, yo, I ain't got nothing to do. All I wanted was a vegan hot dog. Nah, bro.
Hell no.
This ain't how this is not how things go down.
That makes the coalition look weak.
Right.
Exactly.
Hell no.
Right. You feel me? This is not how things. This is real life, Leon Rose. This whole thing about being clinical and being all this. Man, I'm the mafioso. I'm the Don. Man, this shit is played out, bro. It's played. We losing. We 11 games under 500, and now people don't even like each other.
Yep.
This is what you created.
Yeah.
And I know the chat is gonna be like, well, Leon Rose don't play point guard. Nah, bro. Oh, D'Angelo just hit on. Okay. D'Angelo just hit it on the head. That's how you sum it up. Those are the words that I was looking for. D'Angelo, before you got here, I was trying to figure out a way to say that people should like each other and enjoy spending time with each other while they do a task. Right? And you said team chemistry. Bam, there it is.
Can I take it a little bit further? You see how Memphis, John Morant scored 50, and then everybody was celebrating his 50 around him. I doubt that anybody on the Knicks would have did that.
Right.
If RJ had 50 that night, it would have not looked like that. That is so right.
Like, even though it came with a loss, they would still remember when Devin Booker scored 70, everybody was still celebrating as if they won the championship, and they lost.
Yeah. Yo, team chemistry is. Let me do this for Paris Duggar. So Paris Duggar, thank you, man. He says you can't run on the court without being suspended. Hey, man, if a dude bump D Poetic when we go get these vegan hot dogs, I don't care nothing about no damn. I'm sorry, I don't care nothing about no suspension.
How many days they give Isaiah?
And
How many games did they give Isaiah Stewart? And he ran through and out the whole arena. So I think,
yeah,
I think they'll be all right.
Just look at the Lakers just throwing that team together. They just threw a bunch of guys together, old all-stars, all that stuff, and they thought it was going to work. We're going to win the championship. Boom. Look, they're in the same record basically as us. So
I don't want to talk about the Lakers because I hate them.
No, I don't want to talk about them either. I hate them. But whatever.
What I'm saying is because they don't get clowned how we get clowned, but they have a bunch of superstars or ex-superstars on the team, and they just as bad as we are.
And they clowning the Knicks. And not the Lakers.
I'm mad with this.
Crazy.
Yeah, and I know this is petty. And I know y'all are gonna be like, Uncle Freezy crazy. Uncle Freezy, that scoring chick. Nah, I ain't no chick, man. I ain't scoring either. You know what I'm saying? But teams that we lose to the NBA Finals are on my hit list. Okay. Teams that we
Don't be the vote.
What's going on?
I was about to say somebody playing Poison.
Definitely.
What y'all got going on?
So the thing is, teams that we lose to in the finals, I hope they franchise burn up in a rocket. And I know that seemed extreme, right?
Wow.
Goodness, yeah,
right. But bro, and listen, man, I hate the Houston Rockets, bro. I hate the Houston Rockets, man. I hate the Lakers. I hate the Spurs, right? It's just one of them things, man. And I'm sorry about being petty and extreme. But D'Angelo, to your point, man, team chemistry, man. We don't have any.
No.
And I think it's coming down is oozing down the walls from the dude in the top office.
There you go.
Right? The S is rolling downhill, basically.
Right. It is. You don't see guys, when that team chemistry with they're hanging out afterwards, they got that nucleus where everybody's like, and that means something. You just got guys just showing up and they're saying, okay, we're going to play. Okay, now let's just figure it out on the fly, how to win this game. Each one of the individual. They're not a team. This is it's just not team ball. And you see how they played on the court. Everybody plays their own game. Everybody's out there to score their points.
Yeah, disjointed.
Yeah. Bad stakes and everything.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, bad stakes and all, D'Angelo.
Yeah.
Right. Do y'all think that anybody in the team has a relationship with Leon Rose, or y'all just think that it's like almost getting called to the principal's office? You don't want to go there. You just as soon as you get called or something,
that's what he makes it seem like.
Right?
He makes it seem like ain't nobody got a relationship with him the way he acts.
Yeah, just like I don't.
They can't find him. He's never there. How could you find him? Who knows where he is?
Yeah, he's like the guy that you work for, but you'll never see unless you've done something.
Yeah.
Top low, what's good? Yeah, hey, to your question, bro. What I would say is the team chemistry thing, man. D'Angelo, I think you said a mouthful there, bro. I don't know how you fix this without getting rid of the creator of the clinical environment that the Knicks are in. Right? They don't talk to the media. Nobody is super friendly. Even Knicks PR, you don't see the bubbly stuff that you saw last year from Knicks PR, right? Everything now is just stats. Everything now is just stats and facts, right?
Right.
And so you're like, man, why all of a sudden we are so clinical? It's not like a business as usual environment of winning. We are a business as usual environment of Worldwide West getting the most headlines on the team, and he's not even a player.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's just,
Side note, real quick. Ben Mathurin looked amazing last night.
yeah, the other
by the
game.
way.
Yeah.
Just wanted to put that out there.
I mean, this is what happens when you like, especially if you have a young team like this. It's hard for the like chemistry and morale to be high, because young guys that come straight out, they're like, man, we want to win. So like, they haven't been in the league long enough to experience the ups and downs and these things. So when they're losing by like this much, and then some of these guys are getting spot minutes here and there, they're playing games, then they're not playing. Like, it's kind of hard for some of these younger guys. And then you guys see people like Mitch who are like, man, I just want the ball more sometimes. And if you're that young and you don't have the vets in front of you, like in my opinion, are piss poor. So they don't really have somebody to sit them down, in my opinion, and talk to them outside of Taj. The morale is going to be like this. It's going to be very low. If you're losing games this much, chemistry is going to be bad regardless, because you have a very young team outside of
I
these.
think that has a lot to do with the coaching staff too. You gotta have a good coaching staff. I mean, you can't just say Johnny Bryant. That's it. You know, I mean, I think you gotta have. Yeah,
D'Angelo, you know who I want to get at specifically, but since Freezy said we're not going to do that, I'm not going to do it. But
I said I don't like it.
Yeah, so I'm not going to do it. But I'd like
What'd
to
you
know.
say?
I'd like to know what Kenny Payne's been doing with our big man. That's what I'd like to know.
Yeah, just collect
Because
the
I was sold that he was the big man whisperer. That's what I was.
Oh yeah,
sold.
the guru. Yeah.
That's what I was sold. So explain to me why Nerlens Noel can't catch a basketball. Mitchell Robinson has no post game. Explain to me that, please.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
And these guys are just collecting a check. Like, we're talking about players collecting a check. What about these guys on the staff and in the front office who are collecting the check? Like, what have they done?
It's true. No, this front office is trash. Come on.
Maybe they're afraid of
they don't know what they're doing. They're novice.
Do you think the front office survives this and they're here next year?
I hope not.
I hope not, but
forget about hope. What is your gut tell you?
I think they are going to be.
Yeah, man, they're
too.
gonna stay. And that's the bad part, is that we know that's gonna happen. As much as we don't want it to, they're gonna be here.
I think. I think James Dolan is like kind of like, I want to fire everybody, but then he's kind of like, nah, I don't want to have to deal with the same old 2-3 years, same thing. I fired everybody, restart everything. I think he kind of like on the.
Yeah, he doesn't want to scrap. He doesn't want to scrap all the heap off, even though we're at the point where it would be justifiable. He doesn't want to do that.
Now listen, I think they're gone if we just we win 2 more games the rest of the way and they lose the rest. I mean, I think Dolan will step in. I do think that will happen, because how could you not just trash? I mean, scrap everything. You can't tell me there's still talent on the court being played. So, but
okay, but
they
what
put the
if
wrong pieces together? This front office.
But what if, say, Tom becomes a scapegoat, which I think is going to happen, because the feeling I'm getting is that
save themselves.
The house is burning. Right. The house is burning, and everybody's on self-preservation mode, and the front office struck first.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So if they survive, what if, right, they get rid of all the bad contracts?
I'd hope so.
And what if they bring in a young coach and you know he's going to be CAA? So start looking for your coaches that are part of the CAA fraternity. That's going to be your next coach.
Goodness.
But what if he's young? And what if he knows what he's doing? And he's got a good reputation, knows his X and O's.
I would have no problem with that, though. That I probably wouldn't have a problem.
That was my point that I was trying to get at, was that if they adjust and learn from certain mistakes, and let's say we draft well this year, right? Would our perspective of the front office be different? Like, would it be a clean slate and say, okay, you fixed up your mistakes.
I know what you're getting.
Right. Like, let's see what you do now. Are you guys willing to accept something like that if that was to happen?
I would, but after I give you that clean slate, you mess up. There's no more clean slates. It's a wrap after that. You fire. After I give you that clean slate, you fix up mistakes. If it don't work, then you gotta go.
So it's kind of like last
So
chance type of thing.
Yeah.
So now let me
right.
answer your question. What is your barometer of that? Because say, for example, if we get rid of all these contracts that they sign and stuff, let's just say, for example, like hypothetically, and they make this a young team, what would you be your barometer saying of whether their chances run up or that we could continue seeing what's going on?
But that's just them accepting that they made big mistakes. We get Fournier and Kemba and all these, and re-signing those bad contracts. Basically, they are Noel, all that stuff. And I think, they said, okay, at least they're not saying it, but they're doing. Their actions are speaking louder than words. They made the moves, the proper things to, clean up. We're going young. We changed the coach. Now, then you got to give them another chance. They said, because they're doing what we kind of want.
No, I hear you. But where I was getting at was that because, I'm sorry, brother. What's your name again? Kenny, right?
Kendall Rivera.
Kendall. I'm sorry. I knew it was a K. Kendall. Now you said it's a last chance thing. So what I'm saying is that what would that be measured on? Because you might have a young team next year.
Okay, so if you got the young team and we going forward with that, then of course you're gonna have your bumps and bruises. So I'll probably give him because it all depends on like how far RJ goes as far as his improvement. His development. So it's like if he turns into a superstar, who knows? That might fast forward, your team's success. So it'd be hard to get rid of. Put the young pieces around RJ. It'd be kind of like hard to get rid of the young pieces. I'm at the front office too early. As far as giving them a clean slate, it might be a little hard to get rid of them. After that, it all depends on me on RJ. So if RJ, turns into a superstar, all-star, whatever, and the team's moving forward, and we may make the playoffs or so, then that's fine. But if we got the young pieces and they losing, I mean that happens. So you can't really get mad at that. So it's just all about the development. If they just stay on the development course and keep it moving from there, then I have no problem with them staying. But if you keep bringing in like bad contracts again, if you do that again, then I gotta fire you.
Hey, but so let me speak to that just really quick. Our thing is, though, we got to keep in mind that we have to spend 90% of the projected salary cap. Right?
No, I get that, but spend it smartly.
Well, I mean, smartly has not been our thing.
It's been our MO.
But hear me out though. So if you want to get rid of let me bring in Cornerstone Cav before he started shaking.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning.
Yeah, so Paris Duggar, thank you for the generous contribution. Paris Duggar says, this subject is the big lie these players don't deserve. I'm not for sure why the subject is that, man. The thing is, well, okay. Hey, Kendall, let me just finish the thing. So if you want to get rid of our supposed bad contracts, right? And I'm saying just supposed, not because I agree or disagree, but just to frame what a bad contract is, right? We in return will probably have to take all of our bad contracts and trade them to a team with one bad contract and get a draft pick in return. Right? So either way it goes, we're gonna have a bad contract
regardless.
On the
roster. Oh yeah, that's part of the NBA. That's part of you're gonna have a bad contract
because the young players that y'all want to see play are all on rookie deals, right? They all make like $6 million, $7 million. They make pennies compared to NBA to NBA stars, and I'm lumping Randle into that bad contract conversation, just for the sake of what most fans are expecting, right? I like Randle. I don't want to see him go, but his role, the role that we're playing him in is not the real role I think he should be in. And if we keep him in an oversized role, then you're not going to see the best of Randle. Like for instance, I think if Julius Randle played with a Donovan Mitchell or a Zach LaVine or
how about just a point guard?
A Steph Curry? Yeah, I think you would see the best of. It's to me. I would say it's the Andrew Wiggins conundrum. Yeah, where a guy with a lot of talent plays in an oversized role, and you get diminished returns. But if you put him in a role that naturally fits him and his personality, you get the best out of that player.
Kind of like Vucevic. If you swap him with Vucevic on the Bulls, like he'll flourish on the Bulls based because he's not the big fish, basically.
Right.
I get it.
Right.
But I give you an example. All right, so I don't know if everybody have kids, but I have a son. So when we clean up the room, that's kind of like a clean slate. Like, listen, everything's put away, everything's clean. You know what you say to your kids. Don't make me come back in here and clean this room again. Keep it clean. Now, if he dirties again, I'm gonna get upset. Because now I'm like, you dirtied it again. So it's like kind of like I gave you the clean slate and you went back and did the same thing all over again. Now it has to be consequences for that. Something might be taken away. Something has to be taken away, whether a game or whatever. So now in their case, it will be their job because everybody has bad contracts.
You mean, bro.
No.
Let the kids play, man.
Of course, you let the. I was a kid once, and I was upset. But what I'm saying is,
I bet
how
you
do you
was a bully
teach you?
too.
Nah.
Give me your chocolate pudding.
I was a class clown. Clown. But yeah, so like everybody has consequences, and those are grown men. They gotta understand. But to have every team gonna have a bad contract, but the problem is the Knicks be having 4 bad contracts. There'll be like 4 or 5 of them. It's like Jesus.
Right.
1 or 2 is acceptable, but damn,
this many
4 to 5 is like come on.
Right.
Hey, Cornerstone Cav. Hey, Cornerstone Cav. The Eternals was trash.
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was. I'm not gonna lie. That horrible movie.
That was horrible. But now, Kendall, gun to your head. Which one was worse, Eternals or Thor: The Dark World?
Eternals.
Oh, the Eternals. Yeah,
Eternals.
Eternals. Yeah.
Yeah, Eternals.
Yeah, they missed the boat on that one.
They tried to establish too many storylines at once, and then they had the stupid text at the beginning of the movie. The Star Wars stuff, bro. It's 2022. You don't need if you can't tell a story in 2 hours. Yo, even Uncle Freezy can tell a story in 2 hours, bro. You ever heard me tell a story?
I think they wanted to bring in the same money maker that Infinity War and Endgame did, and just wasn't going to happen.
But Shang-Chi had done very well before that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well,
absolutely.
I don't want to cause a problem, and get into the whole Marvel thing because we could go on forever. But I'm gonna state the fact that I think Infinity Warfare is better than Endgame. It's a better movie. Endgame gets a lot because the last scene was just amazing, one of the best action sequences ever. But as
I might agree with you with that. I might agree with you with that.
Yeah, 100% a whole.
Yeah, no argument here. Yeah, no argument.
Because you walked out the theater of Infinity War like, what the F?
Yeah, that was one of that's a great movie in general. This is like a start to finish.
So seeing all the characters disappearing and everything, you're like,
it's a good movie.
But
I felt that way about Civil War too. Captain America: Civil War. I thought that was just a really very well done movie.
Yeah. Yep, absolutely. Yep. But who cried when they saw Gamora dying? I mean, being thrown off
the thing for the. Hey, I seen it coming from the beginning. I seen it coming. I knew she was gonna get it.
Yeah, Leon. You know Leon Rose was gonna throw her off the thing, bro. For power.
I'm not gonna lie. That's a good comparison.
Hey, Freezy, I'll be right back. Freezy.
All right.
That's
All right.
a good analogy. Danny, how you doing?
What's up, fellas?
Morning.
So Kendall, there's a consensus here. Well, not a consensus. There's one person in particular that doesn't think that Tibbs is the problem.
Oh, he's coming for it straight out the gate.
God.
And I'll just say that person has their head down. Well, no, he picked it back up, but you know.
What'd you say, Kev?
He's coming straight for you. That's what
I didn't say.
What time is it?
I would like to introduce.
We need a beat.
What's up, Stephen?
Blessings.
Morning. Listen, I'm 50-50 on that, man. It's 50-50. It's 50-50 on Tibbs. Tibbs remind me of my dad. Like, my dad don't want to get with the times. Like, he's like, I don't want to cash up. I don't want this. I don't want that. But it's like, bro, it's 2022. Things change. You kind of have to, kind of forced to do that. Otherwise, you're not going to be successful. So it's like, he don't want to adjust to the new NBA and want the way things work.
Somebody got something playing.
He's not going to be successful.
Hold on.
That's Kev.
Yeah.
Kev watching Oprah.
Yeah.
He trying to get his last. He trying to get his last bit of the Wendy Williams, but they take her on.
Yeah, if I take off the air, right?
No, Law and Order SVU.
I think Kev is watching Arsenio Hall.
Nah, you watching Arsenio Hall? That's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. Good Lord.
But hey, Kendall, to your point, I told my pops we was gonna go drink some beer and eat some wings, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Where you gonna get wings from?" I was like, "Yo, it's this joint called Buffalo Wild Wings. They serve chicken wings, right?"
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "Ain't no restaurant just gonna be serving no chicken wings." I was like, "Pops, I'm telling you, they serve mostly wings, man. But you could get other stuff."
Yeah.
Like street tacos, and he like tacos, and this is back in the day before. This is back in the day before tacos were like tacos. Yeah. Back in the day, tacos used to be like the 2-hand joints. Yeah, you take a bite and it crumble all in your lap.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Like the Ortega things.
Yeah. And so my pops couldn't adjust to the times. Yeah. I'm like, Pops, we just gonna go in real quick, drink some beer, and eat some wings and watch the game. He was like, well, if we get the chicken, where we gonna watch the game at? Pops, we gonna eat wings and watch the game
at the table
and drink beer in the same place. And he was like, ain't no way. You know, I was like, trust me. Because back then, what he was thinking was you drink beer in a bar, you eat chicken in a restaurant. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It didn't dawn on him that these things could be the same thing, like Tibbs.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, yeah, I just, you know, before Kev started bashing Tibbs, I just wanted to say that. So,
this is why Tibbs is not like again. He's bounced around now. You know, he went from the Bulls to Minnesota, and now he's here. And I don't think anybody was knocking on his door because they know the way he is. You know,
Listen,
as a coach. Yeah, and he's just he's an old dog. He's just not gonna change his ways. He's set in his ways. And I really do think Leon Rose and him are like this. That's why it's a package deal. You got to ship them all
they're close. I heard they're close.
Very close, it seems. Because he said it during that press conference. I talk to Leon Rose all the time.
I thought so.
I was in New York before. Okay, calm down.
I thought so.
Yeah.
well, before you go, Kev, let me say this. To me, every old head needs a young person. Every young person needs an old head, like to tell them, get guidance. The young person needs the guidance from the old head, but then the old head needs to know what's going on from the younger person, so they can stay afloat. To survive in this new world. Just like he needs to listen to his younger coaches to survive in this NBA. That's all.
Right. To adapt.
True.
You have to adapt. He doesn't know how to do it. So.
All right. That's it. Two birds of a feather flock together.
And how many old coaches are there in the league right now? You got him. You got Doc.
You calling Doc
Pop.
old? You calling Doc old?
Yeah.
Well, he been in the thing about 20 plus years.
But I thought you meant like 60 and over. 60 and over.
Oh, 60 and over when they was.
Pop,
If you was coaching with Coach Carl, then you probably need to go by now. You probably shouldn't be a coach by now.
Is Doc a better coach than Tibbs? Yes.
Regular season, yes. Definitely.
Regular season.
Regular
Playoffs,
season,
not really.
No, he's not. Yeah. So, and what's his face at Spurs? You got him.
Popovich.
Popovich. He's a great coach. That guy's a very good coach.
Yeah. What is the coach for the Nuggets? How old is he?
He's young.
He's young.
He is young. Okay.
Yeah.
No, he's not that young. He's 50 something.
I mean, but when I'm thinking young, I'm not thinking. I'm saying they're young if they're not 60. My opinion. If the coach is almost 60 or 60 and over, then he's old. Because I feel like 40 to 50 for a coach isn't really that old to me. For NBA.
Should go like the NFL, get like a 33-year-old coach.
Yeah, like now NFL, we talking almost 60, then yeah, maybe. But NBA, I don't think.
You know what? I think Larry Brown would do a better job than Thibodeau.
I
wouldn't take it that far, Kev.
No Larry Brown, huh? Okay.
To me, Larry Brown ruined Stephon Marbury's career. I don't like that.
Larry Brown is at this point in his career, he's just like helping on the team. Like he's on the Memphis staff with Penny Hardaway, and he's more so just helping players like individually. He's not the actual coach. Like he's kind of like just the old guy you go to for advice now.
I can't wait till Penny ready to come to the NBA and coach. I really
don't
hope
think he's
so.
ready.
In a few years.
I'm about to say, as a Memphis fan, he definitely not ready.
Should have signed Stackhouse. That's what he should have signed.
Yeah.
Going to say that.
So are we pronouncing Tibbs dead?
I've already done it.
Put that energy out there.
Damn, I already
did. Say fire. That's that.
Oh yeah, no, I thought you were talking about fire.
I know what you were saying, but Jesus.
Is Tibbs' coaching career in New York dead?
It might be over, and it might be over for his career. He
Yeah,
might just
I think
get
so.
consulting jobs at this point. I don't think he's gonna get coaching jobs.
Hey, Kendall, you know what Sam calls him, right?
What do you call him?
What do you call him, Sam?
Mr.
Cobblepot, right?
Wow.
That's what he is.
Cobblestone.
I think Tibbs is just an excellent assistant coach. He'd be good in that role.
Yeah,
No, it's his problem. He don't have a family, right? He don't have no wife and kids,
remember,
right?
he had a
There's a video
fiance, but he dumped her. Yeah, he dumped her.
But he don't got no kids, right? He don't have no children,
Nope, he's
right?
got nothing.
So that means he ain't got no grandchildren.
Hey,
He's got
he's like Samuel Jackson's character from what was that movie? Where he was a Marine. Rules of Engagement. All he had was the core. That's all Tibbs has.
That's his problem because he don't got nobody around him with like young people with favorite players. Like
He's
somebody
got
that
the
tell him my favorite
basketball,
player is
but
Steph
that's it.
Curry.
He's got the basketball, and that's it. He's obsessed with basketball. That's it.
Like, how you have an obsession but never won a championship?
Well, he did as an assistant.
As an assistant.
Yeah, but it was an assistant.
Yeah.
Like that's like shining off somebody else's
They don't
success.
care, man.
Yeah, I never heard nobody say, "Oh, he's an award-winning assistant." Nah, all of the head coaches get the credit.
And like I said, guys, people were like talking about before this when we first got Tibbs, right? He has his record is so good, above 500. I want y'all to keep in mind. I'm pretty sure his record is getting close to being below 500 at this point. Like his career coaching record, they were hyped up on it, saying that it was like 60% or whatever.
Right.
Like, pretty sure it's under 500 now, or getting close to that since he's been in New York.
He burns guys out during the regular season, and he just does. And I think in this environment now with the younger guys he's got on the team, he's that win now coach, which he's not winning. It's just not working. It's not the right fit.
Yeah, that's kind of like why they lost in the playoffs, because it's kind of like, yeah, it was a bright lights, but also they probably ain't had no legs.
Yeah.
What you want to what you can use as a comparison, right? For Tibbs, with his coaching job, is like with those few strands of hair that he has on his head. He just really wants to.
And he's dying now.
Yeah, he just really wants to hold on until the last strand.
Kevin McHale.
Hey, Uncle Freeze, we were blinded by science.
Yeah. Touche, my friend. Touche.
Blinded by science.
Blinded by science.
No.
That's a pop culture reference.
Yeah.
Sam, what were you saying?
Oh no, I'm just saying, like, you can just compare Tibbs hanging on to this job like he's trying to hang on to those few strands of hair left on his hair that he keeps trying to comb over. There's nothing there.
And the thing about it, if you're trying to hang on, you would think that you would get other input on what you should put out on the floor or what plays you should be running instead of just doing your own thing. If you're really caring about, keeping your job or position or whatever you want to call it.
And not 60%, 600 wins, because I know somebody's going to try to kill me in the chat.
Oh, of course.
Well, they're giving Tibbs way too much respect in that sense, I think. They're just letting him, he knows what he's doing. Just leave him alone, So,
yeah, but if Popovich could
his job, right?
Then why can't Tibbs?
Exactly.
Be his supervisor.
And Popovich got a system that was foolproof. They was winning. He changed it.
And he changed on the fly, too.
Because, yeah, exactly. He knew he didn't have the players to equate that system to winning.
Didn't he still make the playoffs with that young team too? If I'm not mistaken, hasn't he still made the playoffs?
I would assume so.
Like past Duncan and them, hasn't he still made the playoffs?
Yeah, Popovich is overrated.
No, I'm just asking.
I don't know about that. He came with a hot take. I don't know about
that. I'm not gonna agree with you on that.
Yeah, we're just gonna act like we didn't hear that.
Popovich is overrated, bro.
Are you saying that because he had 3 Hall of Famers technically 4 with David Robinson?
Yeah, but he developed all those guys until
he developed David Robinson?
No, he developed Manu Ginobili. He developed Tony Parker. Those wasn't Ginobili and Parker wasn't guys coming in and like, that's gonna be the guy.
His icing on the cake was Kawhi.
Well, think about this, guys, too. Think about what he did with Steven Jackson. People don't talk about that. Think about what he did with Steven Jackson.
That is true.
Steven Jackson was fighting for his career, came to the Spurs, and made a name for himself.
You know who else? Bruce Bowen.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, Bruce, yeah.
So we can't say he overrated. He developed.
The Navy
Bruce didn't win until he came there.
Right.
Man.
I mean, if you say Pop is overrated, what is the stance on Tibbs then?
I think Tibbs is good.
Really?
In this situation here, though, he's terrible. But the situation is what's making him terrible. Not that he can't coach. You can't sit here and say Tom Thibodeau can't coach.
No, he can coach. The problem is he don't adjust.
Right.
It's just like Larry Brown. When Larry Brown was trying to make Marbury a point of like a
he's not right.
What is that word? Traditional point guard. That's not his game.
Not. Right. That's not.
Or if you even look at the 2004 Olympics where he had like a Rucker style team. But he was trying to play people like Carl Boozer and Richard Jefferson, Tim Duncan on a half-court set when he had LeBron and all of them on the bench. Yeah, they were young, but let those boys run. We'd have spanked them.
Yeah.
We lost Puerto Rico.
Larry Brown did with Marbury, man, that was a travesty. God, that was disaster. I mean, I love Mara.
You had Iverson and Marbury in your backcourt, and
Oh.
you got a bronze. Are you kidding me? You should just let those boys play.
Yeah, they lost to
Larry Brown, the man.
Carmelo Travieso and Edgar Padilla. You know what I'm saying? Rick Pitino coached that team, right?
I don't know. all I know is I saw Carlos Arroyo with his jersey, and what's crazy is I'm half Puerto Rican, and I'm like, this is a try. I wasn't even happy for them. I was more mad at Team USA. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, Popovich is overrated, bro.
Why?
So
Because he had Duncan.
Kendall, one thing that Mr. Freezy does is he loves to poke the Bears. So
that's yeah. I see him all the time.
That's all he doing is poking the bear.
Yeah, I'm not gonna fall for his trap.
No,
I'm not gonna fall for that. I know that.
Don't fall for it.
Uncle Freeze, is Steve Kerr overrated?
Yes.
No.
No, that's fair. Now that would be fair.
Yes. His system is cool. His system with ball movement is cool, but how many? Because I don't want to say that because it'll get too political. But let's just say how many of other type of skin coaches get the same type of stars coming in as a first time head coach, never coached a day in their life, get those stars and then automatically get put in the top 15 head coaches ever. That's not.
I got a great one for you. I want Freezy to answer this one. Is Eric Spoelstra or Nick Nurse overrated?
No, Spoelstra's a good coach.
Both of those guys are underrated, so there's no way you can say that.
Yeah.
Nah, it is. All right, I'll put it like this: is Steve Nash win the championship this year? Overrated? Is he a good coach?
100%. No, he's a horrible head coach.
Exactly. Or he got KD. First of all, he had KD, Kyrie, James Harden. Then they gave him Ben Simmons. They ain't got that Ben Simmons. So come on.
And think about it too. Think about the haul that they got back in that trade. Like they gave him a whole bunch of role players with Ben Simmons. So their bench got better.
But they're not gonna win. They're not gonna win a championship because they don't have no big. They should have never got rid of Allen.
You know who they big is now, right? Your boy who just got posted. Yeah, just got posted by Tatum the other night. That's their big. A big who doesn't play defense.
Yeah, but he's tonight too.
Yeah, the thing with Philly is I wouldn't have given up Curry because your outside shooting is gonna stink now, pretty much. I mean, yeah, you got Harden, but
That was very good.
Philly not winning either because Harden, he's going to disappear.
Yeah, I was about to say we know he's good for his magic tricks in the playoffs,
and then somehow Embiid going to tweak an ankle, or something.
Yeah, so. He's talented, but he's got a horrible attitude. I can't stand his attitude, that guy.
I'm looking forward to a Milwaukee Warriors probably finals. That's how I see it this year.
I feel like the Grizzlies and the Heat are very slept on.
Nah, I think the Grizzlies are that young team that's not ready yet. I don't think the Grizzlies.
I think the Grizzlies are. Ooh, man.
They're young, but I'm giving them a puncher's chance.
Nah, I don't. I think they'll get to the second round and then lose to a more veteran team.
Didn't they face the Warriors last season?
I think the Nuggets get them out of here.
If you know what, the Nuggets only get them out of there, in my opinion, if they get those guys back. If they don't, I don't see them beating them.
I don't know.
Morant's special.
Morant's special, but it's just I think play. He put up 40 last year. He played well in the playoffs last year, but I think it's just at this time.
That was a play-in, right? That was a play-in, right?
Yeah. I think it's just too young. I think their time is coming in 2-3 years, but I think they'll get bounced around the second round.
I just think think about it, just to piggyback off what we were saying earlier, as far as chemistry and morale. That is a team who their morale and chemistry is sky high right now. They have a bunch of young guys. Everybody's pretty much on cloud nine over there. They got a couple of solid vets, Steven Adams, Anderson. So I think that they have a potential to be a threat, like a serious threat to a team like the Warriors. Will they beat them? I don't know. But I would give them.
You're talking about, Sam? I'm sorry.
Who am I talking about?
Yeah.
The Grizzlies right now.
Grizzlies. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I think they have a puncher's chance, at least to be a threat to go to the finals. I believe.
Listen, this is what needs to happen. If RJ gonna be that leader, I think this offseason, once season ends, someone take a little vacation. Everybody does it, but once your vacation over, RJ needs to get all the young guys together, locked in that gym from now to training camp. Get that chemistry, get that brotherhood, and everything, and you'll probably see it translate to the season because that's what they need to do: to lock in and get the chemistry and get the brotherhood.
Wrong.
Here you go.
Because Leon Rose don't want you to have chemistry and brotherhood, bro.
But he can't control that.
He can't control that. You can't say I can't go see and be a part of.
He can't control them going to work out together.
Leon Rose does not want chemistry and brother. He wants clinical machines with their mindset on one thing, and that's winning.
You can't win if you're only working.
Well. I mean, look at who he hired as the coach.
I just think that I agree with Kendall. If they lock in this offseason and get the chemistry, like going to the season locked in, I think we'll see a much better result.
You know how they be having those open runs that we see all over the internet? I think the Knicks should have a 5. Like, I got my 5, and we're going to every open run that's out there, and we're going against all of them. I don't want to be on the same team as LeBron. I want to be on the same team as Obi, RJ, Cam, IQ, Grimes, if you could play, and that's gonna be my 5, and we're going against everybody.
Yeah, like open runs, practices. I think even like private workouts, they should do it in like a select few teams, like and just get working because we see that we need that type of like we're saying, chemistry and morale needs to be high. Right now, it's at an all-time low. Right now, like the guys have their guys that they hang out with, but as far as like a team.
So how do y'all say what I'm saying and then disagree with what I'm saying?
What do you mean?
You just said the chemistry is at an all-time low.
I'm not disagreeing with you. Yeah,
we didn't disagree with that. We believe that, but we're just saying that they should just like somebody have a baby, everybody got to be there. Everybody be at the hospital for that person, just to show that the chemistry and love is there, that it's a brotherhood. That's what they say the NBA is. Yep. It's like, and the NBA is a brotherhood. That's what all of them say. So why it doesn't seem like that on the Knicks? Because they're not really brothers. They don't, like Freezy said, they're machines.
Yeah.
Just plug it in.
Coaching and bad chemistry. You got it both. So.
Bro, he just said, okay. Kevin, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Cobblepot, right?
Nah, somebody's trying to. I looked in the chat at the wrong time and almost really like he said our starting 5 couldn't. Well, he said those 5 players couldn't beat a local gym, and I was like, wow. He just wanted reaction out of me.
Yeah, that's. First of all, the last player on the bench would spank all of us on.
Dude, somebody off our G League team would give local players buckets.
Yeah, like I saw. Remember the guy that with that challenge that was talking crap to Scalabrini in the gym, and he just started cooking them. That was like last year or the year before.
I will never disrespect any player, even if they're overseas. Like literally, I was in high school. I remember a guy came back, like he was from overseas. He did not play. Like we looked up his stats. We were like, yeah, you're garbage. The man did not miss, bro. Like he was giving everybody buckets. It doesn't matter. Like if you made it to any professional level, you're good at basketball.
Yeah, because it's levels. There's levels to this. Yeah, we ain't on a level. We not even.
Kwame Brown would drop us off. Kwame Brown would do us very dirty.
Well, he's 7 foot. It don't even matter, no talent or not.
Hey, who was you saying? Arroyo, JJ Barea, those type of guys will still give us buckets. Right.
JJ Barea was a bucket.
I was going through some old papers yesterday, and I remember doing some list of the upcoming drafts, during Obi's draft. And you tell me if any of these guys have made a difference on their teams. I know off the back, we know Anthony Edwards has made a difference on his team with Melo Ball. What about Killian Hayes?
Well, he's been hurt though.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can't really count him for real.
Okay.
And then they drafted Cade, so
right.
Killian Hayes gonna be like Dennis Smith Jr.
All right, they kind of ruined.
They kind of took the ball out of his hand.
Right.
Dene Evita, the one that's playing for the Wizards.
The Wizards.
Yeah.
Yeah, Denny, the thing about him is he hasn't been doing bad. He's kind of like trying to find a role on that team because they're another team that had a lot of turnover. Like most of those guys weren't on the Wizards last year.
Yeah, and they traded for Kuzma, so it kind of puts him a backseat.
Okay. Tyrese Maxey, he's making a difference for his team, right? For Philly. And of course, Tyrese Halliburton, who's I think going to skyrocket Indiana. Is he still on his? He's still on his rookie deal, right?
Nobody's been extended yet from that club.
Yeah, nobody.
Yeah, they only play a year and a half.
They can't. Yeah, they wouldn't do that this soon.
Maxey is what everything we want IQ to be.
Okay. Yeah. Here's one for you, Kyra Lewis.
He's been hurt.
He's been hurt. Okay. Yeah. And another guy that we had looked at that draft, Malachi Flynn.
Malachi Flynn.
Malachi Flynn is trash.
He cooked. He only cooked in the summer league.
Yeah,
he cooked us in the summer league though.
I've listened to Raptors fans tell me personally, like they're like even him, like you know how we talk about McBride got this and that in the G League. They're like he can't even score in the G League, so they're actually really done with him.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, Malachi Flynn is
so
not
I guess what I'm getting at, looking at those names that I had just named, and with this draft coming up, how do we know which guys are going to be it? That those people. I mean, you know that player.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, if they're not like Freezy says, if they're not like a generational talent, it goes to the team fit and it goes to their role that they're being, submitted to with the team. More so than if they're not a generational talent, it has to be a fit for them, and they have to be around those type of people that can help them.
Okay, Sam, and everybody else can answer this. The names that I had just read out to you. Do we knew that Anthony Edwards was a generational talent?
I mean, people would have said that coming out of high school.
Yeah, he was.
If you're from I'm from Atlanta, so he went to high school in Atlanta, right? So people like watching him play. It's just like how you watch a guy play in high school. You're like, yeah, man, this dude's going to the league. Like people knew that, like he was that good in high school.
Freezy, I want to ask you: did we know years ago that Felipe Lopez was going to be a generational talent? Played for we did. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
My dad told me about Felipe Lopez. He was telling me like he was that dude, but then when he got to college, it was like
it's like that. Some players they'll be that guy in high school, and then college they'll either something happens or they just fizzle out.
Yeah. Right. And I'm a huge St. John's fan. Like that's my team. I always wanted to go there and play ball, but the height got me. Just put it like that.
Hey, it'd be like that. It'd be like that sometimes.
I still hoop though. I hoop, but height got me.
Right.
So, yeah, Felipe Lopez was the guy.
Yeah, man.
So, have you seen? Has anyone watched any college basketball where they would think that one dude's going to be a generational talent?
Yeah, we
for this year, for right now, for this draft coming out.
Yep.
Yeah, man. We went over.
I didn't hear. I didn't
hear. No, I'm just saying, like we kind of know, like people have mocked it the same way. Really, it's only changed like a little bit, but people are obviously they want Ivy. We know we're not going to get Holmgren, so it's Ivy or Johnny Davis right now. So who people are looking at?
Yeah, and I'll play this. We have a generational talent. We watching them. We want to watch them tonight.
Bugging.
We got a generational talent. We about to watch them tonight.
People do feel like Jabari Smith is a generational talent, but I don't really know.
Listen, man, RJ generational talent, man. I don't care what nobody say. Now we get to see it. We're going to see it tonight. Book it 25 plus tonight. Book it. Lost in an L. In an L. What book it?
Yeah, generational talents usually can go for 40 when they feel like it. RJ ain't that.
You don't think he could?
Nah, I think he looking at Morant and he looking like, yo, I'm about to get
Kendall, because you know what it is? That's how most people are though. Like they're like, I want the guy who is athletic, jumping out.
Nah. See,
but
so y'all hadn't been around long enough. Because if y'all had been around long enough, y'all understand that when back in the day when me and Cornerstone Kev used to sit in sim chat. Kev, you remember that?
Yes, sir.
You remember when I shut the show down? When I said no, Joakim Noah is out here butt naked in the street getting arrested by the police, I was like, yo, trade him right now and tank for RJ Barrett. That's exactly what I said, Kev, right?
Well, I have to look at the tape.
Ago.
No, I'm just kidding. Yes, you did.
Yes, when the Knicks starting shooting guard was a dude named Courtney Lee, I said, get this ham sandwich out of here and tank for RJ Barrett. And never have I wavered on my love for RJ Barrett, ever.
But you just said that you don't think he's a generational talent.
Kev, being real don't mean that you can't love. Right? I mean, you probably love you some you, but I bet you wish you could grow some dreads.
No, just some hair in general.
Right? Right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So you saying it's like he's saying it like RJ Barrett a kid. You know he ain't, whatever. You know he ain't nothing, but still love him. We're still gonna root for him, but he ain't.
RJ Barrett is not the king or queen on your chessboard.
But why?
Is he a valuable piece? Yes.
I don't know.
Oh, wait, Kev, you can't believe it, right? If the Bucks came to you and said, "We'll give you Giannis for RJ straight up," would you do that?
That's ridiculous.
Come on, that's
Wait.
Even I'm going. Come on.
Right, but y'all are like, "Oh, come on, man!" But Giannis is a king on his chessboard.
But look how long it took for Giannis to become a king.
Oh, jeez. How long did it take?
It took
at least about four or 5 years. It wasn't.
I'll say 4 years. I'll say
underestimated.
It wasn't. I remember when he used to come to the Garden. I'm like, who is this skinny, lanky kid?
Yeah, exactly.
Kendall, I'm gonna do you one even better, right? So I'm not that old, right? So I was playing 2K. I remember the year Giannis got drafted. I was just playing.
You better never look me up. You better not never look up Rep the Past on PlayStation Network. Because if you look up Rep the Past on PlayStation Network, you getting buckets. And I'm coming to your gym.
Okay, so I'm gonna let you
say that. How old are you? Because you said you're not that old. How old are you?
Oh, I just turned 22.
I'm 50. Oh, okay.
Disgusting.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
I just turned 22. But like, basically, what I was saying is, like, I remember being on 2K the year Giannis got drafted. None of my friends could pronounce his name. I was like trolling. I'm like, yeah, this dude's gonna be a bucket. So I would play Blacktop and stuff. He was like a 68 overall his rookie year.
Yeah.
So like that shows you the grind that Giannis has been on. Like this man was not thought to be anything. Like most people did not know who he was when he got drafted. He was a straight up project.
I'll give you another one for Jean Rondo.
Oh yeah.
I remember 2K what? Because I'm 32 now. I remember
like 2K8.
Yeah, he was like a 47 overall.
2K9.
Yeah, he was some trash. But then look where he came. Now look where he at. So we can't say somebody's not a king just because they ain't put the crown on yet.
Nah, man.
Do you think Zion will ever be a king?
Speaking of Zion, I'm glad you
crowned him already. They crowned him.
I'm glad you transitioned. So trade away these young pieces that you don't know are going to be good for Zion.
As long as they don't include RJ.
Right? And no, not RJ.
Oh, okay.
Because you need the Duke boys together. You need RJ, Cam, and Zion together. Everybody else, I'm signing in. If I can, I'm signing in trade Mitch. I don't know how the thing go. I'll admit to that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I am trading for Zion, right? I am trading. Hear me clearly, okay? Fournier, Burks, Randle, Kev Boy, Frank Ntilikina.
He's not even on the team.
Whoever. I'm trading everybody. And
you got to include Cornerstone in that trade too. Go ahead and ship him out.
Yeah, hey,
you ain't right.
Hey, Sam.
What did I do to you, Sam?
Cornerstone Kev. Hold on, let me get ISO Cam right quick. Let me get ISO Cam right quick. I'm gonna just do Cornerstone Kev is like that lady that overreact at the funeral. The lady that show up at the funeral, she be like, "Oh Lord, take me with you," and no, take me, and they be like, "Damn, she bad emotional at the joint." And then she trying to jump in the casket. Who was that? Oh, that's his ex co-worker. What? Is she acting like that? That's Kev, y'all. To me, that's Kev. When it comes to certain things.
Nah, I give you an example.
I say this.
Lord, have mercy. Take me with her.
I say this with all the love in the world. I hate you.
Nah, Kev. I remember one time I was doing laundry, and I had Jonathan Macri on.
Yeah.
And when you saw them, you fanned out. I was like, yo, why you so crazy like that? What was wrong with you?
That's my man, Mr. Macri. Mr. Macri.
Yeah. And so I talked. I think I don't know if Mac hit me up today or whatever. But I be thinking like, yo, do I really want to bring Macri? Do I want to bring Macri? You know what I'm saying?
Yes, you do.
Into a group, or should I have him solo?
No,
like this solo. And so the reason why it's even a discussion or thought is because I have some questions that I want to ask. You know what I'm saying? That legit can't get answered. Excuse me, about other people. But then, you know what I'm saying, when he get here, Kev will be like, Macri, can you sign my shoes? I'm like, Kev, Kev, you was fanboy, bro. You was fanboy. You got that, Kev
get on his laptop.
I like what he said, man. Hey, man.
Macri.
Hey, I'll take him over CP. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man. Hey, so trade everybody except RJ.
Can I keep McBride and Grimes?
Not if it means you miss out on Zion.
Got it. I think Zion trolling them. I don't think Zion hurt or fat or anything. I think he's trolling them.
Nah, because the pictures come out. The pictures come out. The pictures. So the somebody in Portland was taking pictures of Zion walking into a joint, and they're like, this dude is looking really. I ain't gonna say thin, but the word he was saying was he looks smaller but not muscular.
I'm telling you guys, he's already lost the weight that they were claiming he gained. He's lost that a while.
So basically, he's just unhappy with being in New Orleans.
Yeah, said himself. He does not like David Griffin.
And he didn't even want to go there anyway. Once he found out that we got the third pick, he wanted to leave.
Did y'all not just see the recent Mardi Gras float that they had on?
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. Yeah,
that was the last straw, in my opinion. If I'm a player and I see that, and I'm a young guy, and I see that they have a Mardi Gras float of me weighing 1 ton or costing 1 ton, that's basically saying I'm not doing my job. Like,
so I'm out of there.
And then plus Mitchell Robinson had a foot injury, and did you see how much weight Mitchell Robinson gained?
Well, I think people just underestimate, like, when you're out, you can't do certain workouts. So, like, he might not have been able to do certain things to help him keep the weight down. Like, he's a big guy, and naturally, like, that's a big guy.
Please, real quick, what is your take it or leave it for Mitchell? What's your take it or leave it?
Trade for Zion.
Oh my God!
Trade for Zion. I don't care what you got to give up. I don't care how many draft picks. Right? I don't care I don't care how many players.
So you're done with Mitchell then?
Mitchell
Robinson might be done with us.
Mitch is gone, bro. Mitchell's
done.
Kev, we said it at the beginning of the season. I was like, yo, they waited to this season in order to try to offer him like some he gone, bro.
Then they offering him at the end of the season, like trying again. Like this is their last 2 rounds.
If he goes to Miami, I'm gonna be really pissed.
Miami.
They don't want him.
I think he ain't going to Miami. He is going to Brooklyn.
I'm not gonna take it.
Thank you.
I ain't talking about Brooklyn. I'm thinking probably Dallas or something like that.
Dallas, Charlotte.
Dallas or Detroit or Charlotte.
Right.
Brooklyn is going to offer him 4 for 52. Right, he's gonna make about $13 million a year and be the missing piece to the championship.
Yeah, I don't think he's doing that.
I think he's gonna get 4 for 60.
I don't think he's doing that either.
Got to keep in mind this guy hasn't been paid his whole career. Like he's been underpaid.
And y'all got to keep in mind this dude never played with a point guard.
Yeah, which is why I think he's going to Detroit.
Oh yeah, Charlotte. They're gonna replace Plumlee with Mitch. Right. Oh my God.
They have Montrezl Harrell, who they're not bringing back.
Y'all think this dude's gonna pass up Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and Ben Simmons?
Good.
Why not?
Because he's not gonna get him.
Who's to say Brooklyn?
He's not gonna get involved. Just like how they're not getting him involved in the offense right now. You think he's gonna go to Brooklyn and they're gonna get him involved?
Yes, that's right.
Come on, Freezy.
Charlotte.
Claxton don't even get alley-oops. Much less for Mitch.
Claxton's a bum. Yeah.
He's not a bum.
So here you go.
Ah, boy, here we go.
Claxton is a B-U-M-B.
He's not a bum though. But my thing is Mitch is going to a younger team. I feel like a young team who can offer him money, and that's not Brooklyn.
He going to Charlotte.
But Sam is not even that. He wants to be involved in the offense.
Exactly.
So he's going to go to a place where it is going to make sure that he is involved.
Charlotte or Detroit?
Somebody in the chat just made sense. Yeah, he said, comment said that Mitch from New Orleans signed a trade for Zion. Yeah, you're right.
It's just like you'd have to
send him home
if you can. That's what I said in the beginning. If you can,
you'd have to put in a whole lot more. That's all.
So what? So New Orleans going to get rid of Valanciunas?
No,
but they want a defensive
I actually
player.
think Jonas is I don't want to be mistaken, but I think he's a free agent.
Oh, Valanciunas?
Yeah, I think his contract either has a year left, like he just signed, or he's up this year. But I don't think they will let him walk.
Hey, Steph, do you think that Mitch has done enough to convince us that he can be, used in the offense?
Trade for Zion.
So what we doing?
Kev, you talking to me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, okay. All right, so trade for Zion.
Oh,
y'all
yeah,
having a separate conversation. What's
my fault. Before y'all go off from that, he did sign an extension, so Jonas is not a free agent. He's signed.
He'll be one next year, right?
No, he's signed until 2024. He has 2 years left.
Oh, he signed a 2-year deal before the season, right?
Yeah, he signed an extension in 2021 October.
Yeah, so I don't see Mitch going there.
Right.
But as far as Kev, your question,
yes,
I think he has done enough, but at the same time,
so we just gonna skip. Y'all just gonna have your own conversation. Y'all gonna have your conversation.
He asked me a question about Mitch.
I don't care about that question.
All right. Hey, Kev,
I don't
the
just
boss
bust
is
into
smoking,
NBA
man.
101. I don't just bust into NBA number 101 and start talking about
Steph, answer me in the chat. Answer me in the private chat. Go ahead. Answer me in the private chat. Because it's obvious I do value your opinion and everything, but it seems like we're being overtaken.
I don't just bust into the pod couple and start talking Marvel comics. I should.
I wouldn't mind.
I should. But the thing is, the reason why I say because where Mitchell Robinson go, once he gone, who cares? He won't be a Knick. Who cares?
Yeah, man.
Who cares? If he gone, he gone.
So will Jericho Sims slide right in there, or what do you think?
Trade for Zion. So we're talking about like the potentiality of getting
crazy. I don't get it. All of a sudden you're on this Zion train bandwagon now. What? Enlighten me, please, dude.
It's not. Well, if y'all would stop talking about Jericho Sims, we could do so. If we could talk about Mitchell Robinson going. Y'all talking about Mitchell Robinson getting traded to keep eating chitlins, Mississippi. I don't care, because once he's gone, he's not a Knick no more. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is, my point is and has always been, in order for the Knicks to win, they have to have a generational talent. And when you look
we
at
understand
the
that.
history, when you look at it, but we talk about Jericho Sims.
No, but Freezy, I understand you always talking about the generational player, but what is getting to me this morning is that you on the Zion bandwagon. That's my question to you. How come all of a sudden it's Zion now?
Wait a minute.
You was never talking that.
So Zion, so Stafford, so what you're saying is you don't understand why a person that wants a generational talent would talk about Zion.
No, I get that you want a generational talent, but you wasn't screaming Zion as that particular generational talent to come to New York.
What other generational talent do we have?
We spoke about Donovan Mitchell. We spoke about probably having Mathurin, as you said. What's his name? Mathurin? Ben Mathurin? From that particular college. Then we spoke about who else did we speak about as a generational talent? We spoke about Ivy.
I think that if Zion is available for a right offer, then that's when you take him. But I'm personally, I'm not on the gung ho train to just go out and get him. That's not me. I'm just saying if he's available, then you see what you can do. That's the perspective I'm coming from. But
See,
I'm personally not on the bandwagon.
I brought in some help.
CWC. What's happening, bro?
Hey, C-Dub. Hey, Stafford, you got some background things, man.
What y'all know about Flip? We call it Moo Moo in St. Petersburg, Florida.
Yeah. Hey, C-Dub. Look, I'm glad you're here. Stafford Don and Cornerstone Kev is trying to jump me, bro, and I know you got my back, bro.
Man, what y'all talking about? Y'all all over the place, man.
First off, CWC, nobody's trying to jump nobody. I was just talking about Mitch, and he's talking about
Mitch need to go.
Okay.
Mitch need to go.
Right,
Nobody gonna pay him no $18 million.
Okay.
Hey, Kev, I got something.
Man, put him on the chessboard, man. I'll checkmate him in 5 moves. And he knows it.
Yeah, I like the name.
I'll checkmate him in 5 moves. Come on.
Champ is here.
Come on, G.I. I'll checkmate you in 5 moves.
Champ is here.
5 moves.
Champ is here. So just
5 moves.
All right, relax. Just so we're clear, all right? I do want to apologize to the RJ fans, okay? Because I couldn't foresee the reason that y'all were dying to trade Randle. I now see RJ will never know what he is as far as a generational talent. I want to put a pin in that for a second. We got to get Randle out the way. I agree. RJ went and took the team over. Now, but it might not be that easy. But he's got to go. If that happens, though, you guys got to be slow to call RJ a generational talent. Generational talents lead to wins.
Right.
If RJ becomes the leader of the team and he has a bunch of other players around him, will we play better basketball? Will we win games? And if not, then he's not a generational talent. I'm also very concerned about his efficiency, but can he lead the Knicks to wins? We won't know until Julius is out the way. Let's cook this morning.
Right.
He can't be that.
No, he can't be no generational talent, bro.
If he make his free throws and finish at the basket more often, I think so.
Right. So okay, just remember that what you said, because generational talent is not a very good player. Generational talent is Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Dr. J, and y'all are trying to put RJ Barrett in that conversation.
There are guys in the top 75 in the 75 years that are not generational talents.
Right. Exactly. A generational talent is Larry Bird, Magic Johnson. A generational talent. Generational talents are the greats all time of this game. Right? Just because we like somebody and they are very good doesn't mean they're a generational talent, because generational talent means generational talent across the board. Right? Not your generation's best player, because your generation's best player is your generation's best player. Right? It doesn't mean they're a generational talent, bro. We gotta rein this thing in.
I actually agree with you there. I would just say that great player is what I would look into right now. Generational, I feel like that's a stretch, but great player is something that I feel like is more realistic.
So I'll walk back my statement with the generation. I'll say he can work his way into. But right now, he's just a very
Can he
good
be a
player.
franchise player first? How about we see him be a
let's
franchise?
see a
That's what I was
franchise
leading
level,
into.
see a franchise player.
I think he will be there.
I'll say that. I'll say franchise.
Yeah,
I'll say franchise.
We could say franchise.
He has to
let's
be a
say
great
let's
player
say
first
And
before-
then after that, we can move on if he shows more of what.
yeah, because
he can do.
this dude, because we're talking about RJ like all of a sudden, Michael Jordan, look out.
Yeah, we have to keep in
No,
mind.
I wouldn't crown him. I wouldn't crown him that yet because he still needs to finish around the basket more, and he still needs to make his free throws.
Keep in mind, guys, the best guy in this generation is LeBron James. So you have to be very careful.
Yeah.
Are we comparing RJ to LeBron James?
Yeah, you have to be very careful with the generation.
No. So I say like this: how do you build around RJ? I say like Giannis, like just a bunch of shooters.
Yes.
Shooters, exactly. And you know what a funny thing too? It mightn't be a popular take, but I'll probably keep Evan Fournier just for that. Just because he's a shooter.
Coming off the bench.
Not at that price.
Bench, start, whatever. He's a shooter.
Hey, this is how you build around RJ, bro. It's simple. Trade for Zion.
Yeah.
That's the long
How is Zion? What you just said? Exactly what you just said. How is he a generation marginal player? Whatever you just said.
Generational.
Yeah. You know what I'm trying to say. You know exactly what I'm trying to say because I'm trying to get the point out.
Okay.
How is he that? And they haven't even won. They're winning without him.
Look at his numbers from last season, Kev, and get back to us.
But are they equating to winning though? That's what he's trying to say.
Thank you. Exactly.
Right.
That's what I'm saying, Ken.
Right, but
That's
okay.
what I'm saying.
Okay.
What you just said.
So did Michael Jordan win in his second season?
Oh, come on, man. Really?
And is he a generational player?
Really?
Yeah, we know Michael Jordan is.
No, I'm just saying, like, I'm just trying to
because
clear up
winning,
his point.
No, because you have to understand that. Hey, Stafford, you got some background noise, man, going on.
Yeah, you gotta mute that, bro. But
yeah,
I was just gonna say that the Zion thing is kind of the only reason I'm not gung ho for it, guys, is because, like I said, it's a lot of things have to happen for him to even be made available, especially if he is made available. Think about the Godfather offer that the Knicks are gonna have to present. The Pelicans are a small market team, and they're gonna let their best player go for scraps. No.
Wait. Pause right there. Because I knew you were gonna say that, right? You said the Pelicans are a small market team. Think about the Godfather offer, and they're going to let their best player go for that. And you say that like this has never happened, right? So for those that don't know if this has ever happened before, Chris Paul used to play for the New Orleans Pelicans. And guess what? Anthony Davis used to play for the New Orleans Pelicans. And guess what?
He hasn't forced his way out to that point yet, though. Zion hasn't made it to that stage.
He kind of forcing his way.
He is, but like
he's saying it without saying
it. Right? He hasn't made it more apparent. Like Anthony Davis was like, "Yes, trade me."
Yeah, he wore that T-shirt. That's
he had the phantom middle finger injury that he could only keep his middle finger up. Y'all remember that? They was like, why don't he wear a splint? Why don't he wear a splint? And he's like, nah, I just keep this middle finger up.
Yeah.
But anyway, let me bring in Anthony D.
Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. What's up, man? What's up, man?
Good afternoon, gentlemen. What's going on?
Afternoon.
Top of the morning to you.
Salute to Knick Nation.
Give me that watch, man. Give me that watch.
You can't afford it, sir. You'd get held up. You'd get held up.
No, he didn't.
He said you got to make your bed first before you can have a watch.
You know what I mean? You gotta take the garbage out first before you're able.
No, he didn't.
What's going on, fellas? How's everybody doing?
Is Zion
good.
Hey, Kendall, I couldn't leave you up here to have all the fun by yourself today.
Of course, Zion is a generational talent. Of course. What kind of question is that? Of course.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well, the thing is, can you get him? Can they work out together? Do you
No,
trust
can they get
Manu?
off the floor? What do you mean?
Well, I think I think he's not motivated to be in New Orleans. I don't think that. I know that. I feel that. We saw that. We saw that a couple years ago, draft night, when the Knicks got number 3. Him and his people bolted. They left the building.
I remember. Question though: do generational talents need to be motivated, or just seeing that court they're motivated?
That's a good question.
Hold on. Somebody got some bad feedback.
Yeah, somebody's got some very bad background.
Hey,
Yeah.
Probably the mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, but here's the thing, and I said this on my show, on me and Freezy, the Realest Morning Show, Sundays at 11 a.m. Come take the journey. That's why you paid assistant coaches $4 million, to help these guys get to where they need. Everybody's not gonna be LeBron. Everybody's not Jordan. That's why you have 10 assistant coaches to help these guys get to where they need to go. And one of the things he needs a nutritionist. He needs the right people around him and someone needs to tell him, yo, you need to get to that second contract, my guy. And you're not going to get there the way you're going.
I'm telling you guys, I feel like the weight is going to be a non.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, you got to get in better NBA shape.
I think that I think that the weight is not the issue. It's just that foot. That foot. How serious is the injury? And can he still prove that he's, at least healthy enough to play 75% of these games?
Right. Yeah, and so here's the thing with the generational talent argument and Zion Williamson. Right? My man is averaging 25.7 points per game in his career. Right? That's just for his career. We hope RJ gets to 25.7 for a season. Right?
And Freezy, he's doing that without a jump shot.
Yes.
Yes. Not a mid-range, not a 3, not a deep 2. He has no jump shot. So that means he's devastating in the paint.
He is shooting 71% at the rim. That's the most ridiculous number you ever heard in your life.
No, he's a generational talent.
I
don't think anybody would dispute that.
Conversely, RJ Barrett is shooting 51% at the rim. And that is the most ridiculous stat you ever heard in your life. You feel me? So this whole thing of why keep bringing up Zion is crazy. If you can go, he wants to be with you, and you need him.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep.
Right. And so the thing is if we are saying that a team that is 11 games under 500 does not want to part with his talent for a generational talent, as a Knicks fan,
so basically, if you're unhappy,
you
with your
should
team,
jump out a window.
If you're unhappy with your team, just play like crap, and then you'll get traded. Is that what you're
No,
saying?
I actually agree with you, Freezy, because the Knicks, they should be.
I mean, that's what James Harden is doing.
Obviously, if he's if you can get a chance to get a guy like Zion, then yes, you see what you can do to get at that table. I was just saying, it depends on the offer that we can give them. And yes, if we're the only team calling, and let's say it does get as bad a situation like a Chris Paul, Anthony Davis, where they force basically to trade him, and we're the only guys calling, then yeah, he's coming here.
Yeah, but that's when you fire Leon Rose.
Right.
If they
So
don't make those calls, you gotta go.
Kendall, that's why I was saying it's a lot of things have to happen for him to get here, in my opinion.
But Sam, I don't mind him coming here.
Too.
I don't mind him coming here, but I need to see him healthy. I can't just base it. I can't just base it because y'all say he. No. I can't base it because y'all say he's Zion Williamson. I need to see something on the court, man.
What does numbers say?
You've already seen something on
2
the
years.
court.
2 years ago.
That was
2 years ago.
No, you got to get him at all costs. You got to get him.
He got drafted 2 years ago.
Listen, Sam, that's not the point I'm trying to say, though. I seen him play already, yes, but he has been injured. I need to see him on the court.
Stafford, let me ask you a question. Do you think if he was 100% healthy, the Knicks would be in the running to get him? No. Let me answer it for you. No.
Why not? And he still probably might want to be. He still might be saying he want to be out of there,
man.
Yeah,
regardless healthy or not.
The offer.
Yeah, but him
crazy.
wanting to be out of there and you being able to pull a deal for someone who's healthy, who is a generational talent, who's averaging.
But 80. I never say I don't want him. I never say I don't want him. You know, I never said that. All I'm saying is, can I see the product on the floor, please, before I look to buy it? It's like me, 80. It's like me going to the brethren, right? I mean, I look on the something, right, and the something even look good, but you still expect me to buy it?
Absolutely, because
that's what me saying.
Yeah, we've all bought cars that we had to fix up. You understand what I'm saying? You've all bought cars you have to fix up. That's just a part of the game. But you see the diamond in the rough. That's where that expression comes from.
And you value it more after
you have to bet on that sometimes.
That's a no-brainer to bring him here. It's a no-brainer.
Yeah, that's a no. If you're able to get him here at 21, 22 years old,
come on,
you get and you able to rehabilitate him, and you get 5 to 6 prime years out of him. If you can't be in a contention with that, then you need to fold up the shop.
Yeah, and Stafford, I think you can potentially use Mitch and Randle, even though I can't see Randle going back, but you can potentially use Mitch Randle to go back to where I think you have to keep something.
Exactly.
Mitch is
gone.
Maybe IQ.
Wait, Kev. Pardon
you said OB2. You said OB2.
I can't even hear what's going on.
Yeah, I know what you said.
That background sound is terrible.
Somebody got some background noise.
It's CWC. I thought he lived in New York. He lives in Florida or something, huh?
So Kev, what I'm saying is, wait a minute, hey Stafford, I think that's Stafford.
Yeah, Stafford, you got to mute.
Have a mute. Oh my God, it's hard. Somebody's got to mute themselves.
Yeah, you gotta mute him for reason.
Yeah.
Stafford sound like he in the land of the lost, yo.
Hey, AD, what you know about land of the lost? You know you're only 17 now.
I grew up on that. Come on, you remember that?
I think if we get Zion, he'll be more motivated to play with the New York Nets. Right now, he ain't motivated because he with the Pelicans.
Right. What I'm saying is it seems like that's the norm now. If a player's unhappy with where he's at, he's going to play like crap, let himself, lose himself, and then, finally get traded.
Listen, man.
And then the thing about it, guys, when it comes to
but he got two things going on, Zion, his weight and on his foot.
See, that's the narrative. That's
but they got to stop that narrative.
Listen, guys, I'm telling you, he's already lost the weight. This is the narrative. Remember, guys, these are the same similar things that we've heard with James Harden. I'm not comparing them to the James Harden situation, but these are some of the same narratives that they'll bring up. They're like, oh, this guy's weight's an issue, so-and-so. Now, my perspective, which is what I think Freeze was about to get at, was, okay, you let this guy rehab, you have him come back at 100%, and then you know what he's going to give you because he's already shown you what he can give you statistical-wise with the stats.
Right.
So, I would compare him, and I know other people have already compared it to this situation, but the Embiid situation, he had a messed up foot. They let him do the rehab, and he came back 100%. This is what you do. You put him around the proper medical staff, get him rehab, have him come back at 100%, and then you take that guy. You don't just not package these players that we have on our team who we know Zion is better than, and say you're not going to trade for Zion Williamson.
I put it like this. Remember the Clippers with Darius Miles, Quentin Richardson, and them, they going on like that?
Yes,
imagine
Deion Doolin, Olowin Candy.
Now imagine how fun it would be to see that, but with winning. with Zion, RJ, Cam running around just throwing alleys from half court. Imagine
Oh,
seeing that, but with winning. It equates to winning.
Tibbs can't be the coach.
Well, I doubt he'll be the coach.
That's a whole nother thing.
I doubt he'll be the coach of that team.
Hey, shout out to the chat and everybody, man, rocking that orange and blue. Salute to all the men on the panel.
What's going on, Jay Boogie?
Trying to get that, man. What's going on with y'all?
I hear you.
I was trying to play your intro, but I couldn't because some stuff going on. Let me play your intro. Hold on.
Okay, that's cool. Just pause. You ain't got to do it. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? But I just want everybody talking about the Zion thing. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, you might as well go ahead and put back the whole band. You know what I'm saying? Since he get ready to leave Duke this year, you might as well call Mike then. Call Mike Krzyzewski and offer him that bread and see if he's gonna sit on our bench. You know what I'm saying? But when y'all talk about James Harden, that's what I respect and appreciate about James Harden. He didn't do it not once, he did it twice. He told you I ain't want to play for you, get me up out of here. So all these dudes that's talking behind closed doors, talking about they want to come here and all, stop faking with me and stop faking with the chats. Stop faking with the city and everything. Tell them that's where you want to go. Don't keep putting these little signs and signals that you where you want to go. That go for Zion, that go for Alexander down in OKC. You want to get here, tell them that's what you want to do. Stop playing games and get on that James Harden muscle. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to GI. I'm riding with GI. I'm rocking with anything that's going to give us wins. I don't need no player, you know what I'm saying, to come sell out the Garden because we sold out in our worst years. I need some winning attitude type players, you know what I'm saying, that's going to play their role and play their position and not going to get mad and upset because somebody else is doing something that they wish they could do and can't adapt and adjust and me do something else that, you know what I'm saying, that can benefit and help the team. I need role ball players that want to lift this franchise up forward. That's what I want. You can't be one of them type players, you know what I'm saying? I don't need you because I'm going to buy that ticket anyway and go to the game. I don't care if it's, you know what I'm saying, if they bring Frank back, I'm going to go buy that ticket, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to go see the games. I'm going to get that league pass. I'm going to watch them on MSG. I'm going to watch it, you know what I'm saying, because that's the team that I love. Get me some people that want to win games, you know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at, man. Winning games. That's what's going to get us over the hump. Look at our record right now, man. Look at it.
Look at the record right now, man.
And where were we at last year, Jay Boogie? Where were we at last year?
In a winning mode, feeling good, feeling great at games.
Thank you.
Felt great when we lost to Atlanta in the first round. We felt great.
No, it didn't. No, it didn't.
Yeah,
because the reason why I say it felt good because you don't sit there and said plenty of times, I appreciate the hard work and effort. You cannot tell me you did not appreciate our hard work and ethic last year. You can't tell me.
And for those that said no, did you go to a Hawks Knicks playoff game?
No. I didn't. I'm gonna tell you, I didn't even have to. I was here.
Oh, okay. Because if you were in that environment, you can appreciate what Jay Boogie said just now. Like if you legit was on the street during the games, before the games and stuff, you were legit cheering for the Knicks amongst the enemy
in Atlanta.
Right, but
it felt good.
Yeah, but you woke up.
You weren't and this is what I was getting at with AD, man. He's such a Debbie Downer. It's ridiculous.
I'm not even gonna lie to you.
And it's like a nightmare. It's like you woke up and you were like, no.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you. Nobody was cheering, at least in Atlanta. No Knicks fans were cheering like that unless they just were delusional. After those
but
when I say I'm not talking about cheering,
yeah, exactly.
I'm talking about you felt good.
Oh yeah, you felt like this is the season.
You felt good about the season. You felt good about the team. You felt good about the office. You felt good about everything that happened last year. And you said to yourself, this year, hopefully we can add on to that thing.
Yeah, we thought we were moving in the right direction.
Yeah, you're gonna build off of that. You were gonna build off of it. We didn't. So
right.
Not wrong though.
So saying what I'm getting at is I was standing on the street, right, with a dude named Hoodie Kev, and we were standing in front of this thing, some Olympic thing, right, like some big Olympic statue type thing or whatever, right, and about 20 people walked up to us and started chanting Lawrence Tears. It was like Lawrence Tears, let's go Knicks. Let's go Knicks, right? And so what I'm saying is, this is before the game, right? This is before the game. So when I say that the playoff thing had us feeling good, I'm telling you from experience that and I know everybody's experience is different. My experience, I felt good about the Knicks being in the playoffs. And when the Knicks lost, and when the Knicks were losing, right? I didn't totally get down on the team and say throw away the front office. What I was saying is, yo, we got a shot in game 4. We got a shot in game 5. Keep hope alive. And it didn't happen, right? It didn't happen. We wound up losing. And then in retrospect, when I had time to think about it, I'm like, yeah, our season is over and such. But during the ride that we were on,
that was fun.
I felt, yeah. And most Knicks fans are trying to rewrite history after the fact. Like, no, man, I didn't feel that way. Yeah, you did.
No,
yeah, you did.
We're not saying that though, Freezy. I'm not. Well, let me not speak for anybody. Let me speak for myself. Right? Was I happy when they won that 9 straight games to help propel them into the playoffs? Absolutely. Was I one of those screaming in front of my TV with the super soundboard crazy? Absolutely. All I'm saying is, after all of that, and when they went into the summer, and you bring me Bob, and you bring me the Frenchman, all of that went out the door.
But AD, that's a new season. We were reflecting on last season.
Dude, hold on, let me ask you a question. What's the difference between when the Knicks won 54 games and Melo gets stopped at the rim? You know what the difference is? We lose it when they brought us Bayani. All of that good feeling went out the door once we got Bayani.
I agree with that.
Nah, he said as soon as the playoffs ended, you felt good. Like soon as that last game when we lost in the first round, he's trying to say like you felt good after that game. You was like, all right, at least we going forward.
I forgot the feeling. Once these moves came down, I forgot, because why? For me, I don't take a number 4 position lightly. I don't care how I got there. You understand? I don't care how I got there.
I'll be back. I'm going to go jump out the window. I'll be back, bro. I'll probably be dirty when I get back, but
jump out the window and come back. You see, that's all I'm saying. I'm not doubting you, Boogie. I'm not saying you wrong, and we wasn't, in hysteria. Absolutely, but we had to come back to earth once we saw the moves.
I get what you're saying, and trust me, I'm not, against anything what you're saying. I'm always going to have love for my brothers, but it's a difference from, getting into that move and going into that move. You know what I'm saying? It's just that I know we had a good season, and I look for high hopes and different things this year. It didn't turn out and happen that way. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still not going to be mad about that season. But being that last season happened, see, we was looking for last season to be like this season. It's shocking. You see what I'm saying? So when you talk about Melo getting caught at the rim, we knew that team was supposed to go to the playoffs. We knew that team was supposed to make some noise. But I was upset at that because I knew we were supposed to beat them guys. You know what I'm saying? But we didn't. But this team right here, we wasn't supposed to do none of this last year. We supposed to be doing exactly what we doing, getting another high draft pick, rocking like that, and being upset about what's happening all over again. But we got a shocking matter, you know what I'm saying? But that's never here nor there, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm just here for I'm here for the team. I'm here for everybody else. You know what I'm saying? I need a change of direction. I need something to happen. Yeah. I can't wait for the season to end so we can get to the on season. When everybody says the off season, it's easy to play basketball, but it's hard to be inside that office dealing with millions and billions of dollars trying to figure out what you're going to do with a team and all that. I need to see what they're going to do soon as this season, you know what I'm saying, the last game of it. I need to see. I'm anxious for that, man. I'm anxious, man. I'm anxious.
This is where the front office has a lot you have to blame because they made moves, but they didn't make smart moves. I don't think they're smart enough to make those really good moves, like the Heat and all these other people making the right kind of signings. You know, doing all those kind of things come into play why we are in this position this year because they didn't make the proper moves and the proper signings. They brought back certain players that they shouldn't have brought back. They got Fournier at Kemba. That was a mistake. It just wasn't the right fit. That's the bottom line. This front office is they're novice. They don't know what they're doing. You got to get the right basketball minds to make the right trades and right acquisitions and signing, allocating that money to the proper players. That's going to make us win. They didn't do that. That's why we're in this position. And Tibbs has got a lot to blame with that right there too. Obviously.
Oh, we talk about Tibbs again.
Well,
I got to try because he does that. He has a lot. You know. His fingerprints on this whole
front office some bells for as far as free agency. Yeah, you shouldn't have paid what you paid for Fournier, but what guys got to come here. They got to want to come here. We don't know if they wasn't on the phone saying to Kyle Lowry and all those guys, and they like, nah, telling the agents, nah, get this man off my phone. I ain't going over there.
DeRozan, you don't think DeRozan when it came here?
No. I heard he wanted to be. I heard he was a Laker before he was a Bull.
Yeah, I heard he was.
Wow. It's all like
it's
we don't know what's going on
too, and we always getting laughed at. So they probably like, I ain't trying to play for the Knicks for what? They fans spit on players. It's always
got to hold this front office accountable. They got to do that big time. I don't think they have it in them to really make the right acquisitions. We'll see by the end of I don't know what's going to happen. We don't know. We don't know how it's going to turn out.
I like what my man said about players not coming here, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I always, you know, I don't criticize it, but I always ask questions when people say, don't trade for this guy. Why are we so subject not to go and trade for people? And who are we to say who to trade for and not to trade for when nobody's coming? That's why we didn't get Alonzo Ball. You know, when it's time to make moves, you got to make moves. It's okay to give up something extra, you know what I'm saying, to get what you need that's going to benefit you in the future. Because I'm looking at Cam right now, and I'm really looking at him like, yo, was it worthless trading Kevin Knox? Because he's really doing the same thing. Kevin Knox would have got this same burn over the same injuries. If these guys wasn't injured, Cam would still be on the bench. So would Cam. So what are we doing?
And the players that don't, like you're saying, that don't want, you know, do they want to come here or not? They're coming to a losing culture. Just because of last season that we had doesn't mean that they're going to come because, they had a winning season. Okay, now I'm going to come. And we're going to build off that. No, they've seen the last 22 years since Dolan's had the keys to this car.
And I'll take it a step further from what Jay Boogie said. Remember during the trade deadline, right? We scoring our face up, our nose up to players like CJ McCollum. Oh, I don't want CJ McCollum. He 30. I don't want him. I don't want this. I don't want that. But who is better than CJ McCollum on this team? And look what he's doing in New Orleans. Ain't nobody better than him on this team. But we be like, nah, I don't want him. Knicks fans always do. I don't want this player. I don't want that player.
So let me jump in right quick. Paris Duggar, thank you for your generous contribution. Paris Duggar says, Knicks fan Dalton Thomas's "You go get Zion" Bim the statement of the day. And 2, if you like what you're hearing, subscribe to the channel, smash the like button. I'm gonna invite the panelists to start saying that more. Subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, join the video chat, join the virtual chat.
Hit the damn like button.
Hit that like, hit the likes up, hit the like button.
Share it on your social media. And the reason why I say that is so that we can continue to grow, so more people can be exposed to our channel, and so that the conversation can be, you know, more full, right? So when we get here, it's not just, you know what I'm saying, 1 or 2 topics that we talk about for 3 or 4 or 5 or 9 straight months, right? We definitely want to have a more full conversation. Jay Boogie, what's good, man?
Man, ain't nothing much, man. I just wanted to come through for a brief segment, rock with y'all. I'm getting a little bit better. My vocal getting a little bit better, so you know what that means. I'm getting ready to get back in that booth probably early next week, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to come rock with y'all. I'm going to drop another jewel on y'all real quick, though. I'm going to tell y'all, it's a point guard out there. It's a point guard out there. And I like Ivy, but I'm not talking about Ivy. It's a boy named Bryce McGowens over there in Nebraska, 6'7" point guard.
Right.
I'm telling you, look out for that kid. And he's the type guy we won't have to trade up for. He'll fall right in our lap. I'm going to tell you who his game is just like. His game is a better Murray over there in San Antonio with a jump shot. I'm telling you, that boy was a 5-star.
And he's 6'7"?
He's 6'7". Wingspan 7-something. And he shoots 40% from the field. He plays lockdown D. And take a look what he did to Ohio State last night. And that's not the first time he's done damage. He's been doing damage all year. And he got Ivy coming up his next game. I'm going to be in tune to that one. His name is Bryce McGowens, 6'7" point guard, Nebraska. Just want to throw his name out there.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go have some lunch. I just wanted to rock with y'all. See y'all later on in the week, man. Everybody have a great day. I know it's sunny where you at because it's sunny right here. And if it's sunny here, it's got sunny there, man. Let's them.
Boogie, hold on, Boogie, before you go, give me that name again.
His name is Bryce McGowens.
Bryce McGowens.
6'7" point guard from Nebraska.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah. And Nebraska, for the record, Nebraska does put 6'7" point guards in the NBA. They did so last year. The kid, the Delano something from Toronto. Blanton.
Blanton. Straight like that. Y'all have a great day, man. GI. Salute my brother. Shout out to the chat, man. Everybody have a great day, man. It's the middle of the week, man. Game time night tonight. Let's go ahead and, get our roots on. Maybe we get a dub. If not, we'll figure out something tomorrow. Blessings to everybody, man.
All right, have a good day, man.
Peace, bro. We love
With
you.
that being said, too, I'm gonna go ahead and head out of here also, too, man. It's always a blessing to talk, Knicks talk with y'all. Salute to the chat. Uncle Freezy, AD, Lano, GI, and to the young man, I don't know his name. Bless up yourself. And y'all go ahead. Kendall. Bless up yourself, Kendall. Yeah. And y'all go have a blessed day also, too.
Before you go, you're the first person to call me young in a long time.
Hey, GI, let me make you laugh. GI, can I make you laugh?
Let's go.
I just need permission. I need for you to say, hey, you have permission to make me laugh.
You have the ultimate permission.
Hey, so I don't know if you are aware, but we do a show in the morning called Vibes and Stuff Live. And we speak to certain topics. So y'all check out Vibes and Stuff Live at 8 a.m. on weekday mornings, right? On Vibes and Stuff, right? GI, guess what came in the mail while you were off screen?
Some more shoes?
All I'm gonna say is $1.99, skips.
Bobos, they make your feet feel fine. Bobos,
right.
They cost $1.99.
I want to show them to you, but I fear that I'm gonna get laughed at. So I want to save it. Chat, if y'all want to see these skippies, put a thumbs up in the chat. If y'all want to see these skippies, put a thumbs up in the chat. Because if not, y'all gonna have to wait till Vibes.
Listen, man,
we're gonna set our people back 30 years when he show these things on screen.
Listen, man, anything costs $1.99. You know what you get. You know what you get.
And he bought them offline. It took 3 weeks for them to show up from the slow boat from China. So
the sole's gonna fall off as soon as he wear them.
I put the sole back on twice since y'all been talking.
I bet. The lace is probably gonna melt when you walk outside.
Right. Yep. Okay. So I don't see no thumbs up in the chat. So I'm gonna wait until. I'm just gonna wait until Vibes.
Wait for Vibes and things. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna wait.
I don't know what you and Chuck be talking about.
We'll wait. But G, all I'm gonna say is when you see these, you remember the Easy Walkers from this morning?
We saw the Easy Walkers this morning. Yeah.
The Easy Walkers ain't got nothing on these. Yeah.
Kendall, this is not a good thing, Kendall.
Yeah, nah, I doubt it. Yeah, anything with Easy Walkers, it sounds like them hard shoes at the bottom where you start up as a baby.
The orthopedic shoes,
with the two straps that grow across the front.
No laces, straps.
No.
Yeah, and
the
very
biscuit toes.
Like
yeah.
Damian Wayne's and Wayne had.
Yeah, the biscuit toes.
Oh
Yeah.
nah. We
Yeah.
good on that. We don't want to see that.
Yeah, and so what I gotta get out of here, man, because we've been on for a while, and I gotta get some. But listen, everybody, thank y'all for coming through, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Make sure y'all check out Vibes and Stuff, the channel, man. We trying to put some dope stuff out there too. It's a lifestyle.
We're gonna have
channel.
to cancel Knicks freestyle tonight, right? 7:30 tonight because it's a game.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate too, because we might have to do an alternate night, man. We got to get with Free Keith and do an alternate night, man. You know what I'm saying? We might just have to do Tuesdays. I'm gonna see if he available on Tuesdays or something, because we got to get y'all back on and have y'all chopping it up, man. But hey, y'all, listen, I'm out of here, man. Thank everybody for coming through. Make sure you subscribe to Lawrence Tears so that we can get more people to join the conversation. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all check out Vibes and Stuff live. It's hilarious. Yo, Chuck Allen is hilarious. Yeah, so check out Chuck Allen. And sooner or later, when we figure out the logistics, we want to invite people on for like 10-minute segments just to chop it up with us. You know what I'm saying? So for those of y'all that's in the circle, man, just be aware that we're gonna try to invite y'all on so that we can do like 10-minute intervals or whatever and have y'all on with us. Again, I'm out of here. I will see y'all later, y'all. Peace.
All right, swoop.
Later.